Hello everyone, my name's Caden and welcome back to more Metaphor ReFantazio. Last time, a lot happened. We got a new party member in the form of Juna, which is awesome. We also finally made it to a new island, or a new area in the form of Virga Island, and we're trying to get the Dracadio Lance for the next part of the tournament. As well as we have Yufa with us to try and help her out. Now, before we continue, there's a lot I should discuss, specifically about how much I farmed it last time. As you can see, the party is all very high level now compared to how it was. We were at like level 37 before. We are now level 44. So we should be fine for a good while. Oh, especially considering the enemies are not even giving me as much experience anymore. I'm going to set everybody's classes to certain things that I want them to be. I even got Cleric. I mastered the... Well, we already had this mastered last time, but I still like having it. Shown Faker a little bit, but Assassin's mastered. I'm going to set you back to that for now. I even have the Masked Dancer maxed out, and I'm giving you... I'm going to give Juna the commander on the side now, because first off, I want to give her some kind of skill to use on the side, and I think Marakukaja will be pretty nice. And I think some of the skills that I feel like I'm going to make Juna more of the like the buffer, I feel like, for attacks and stuff. So while Hulkenberg is probably gonna be our attack buffer, Juna's gonna be like our Hulkenberg's our defense buffer, Juna's our attack buffer kind of deal. Let's see, other things I can do. I want to get rid of this for... I'm going to give the main character... I thought I had something better than Medi. Did I not? Could have sworn I did. I guess I don't. I thought I did. Question, what is that? Oh, because it's only level 1. I thought I had a higher level for some reason. Whoops. That's my own fault. We're still gonna have it there. We're probably gonna... Anytime... I'm gonna find an item that'll let me give a higher level heal. But I'll probably find, like, some form of, like, item that gives instant, experience or whatever. For Leon... I was usually using... whoopsie. We can give him another skill. I could give him something from like the commander and general lines. In particular, some things that attract my attention are formation of vigor and shelter formation in particular. Those give me... What are you weak to, if I might ask? Wind. Do I have wind dodge? I don't think so. I want to say wind dodge comes from the mage class, but... There's also Megiddo, but we're usually also physical with this, we already have fire. We're already using Skullcracker and stuff like that. I'll give you Formation of Vigor. How about that? Hulkenberg. I can give you Hameon now. I can give you Medica. Ismay. I'm okay with what you've got, I think. And then Juna, I've already given you Marakukaja. And then me, yeah, I want to get Medica. I'm going to have the main character have Medica because now that we can swap party members around, I want to make sure it's probably best for the main character to have a healing skill at all times, since I can't swap out the main character, obviously. But, you know, I just think that'll probably be for the best. Next up, though, I should probably heal up the main character. What was the next thing? Should check the equipment.
Leave it to me.
Alright, this should hopefully work out for now, I think. If it doesn't, we'll figure something out. And then finally, let's finally go talk to Moore. We can... now that I've done a bunch of farming, there's a lot we can probably talk to him about.
Would you look at this?
It seems you've another new ally, and this time quite the unexpected character at that. Your ally's awakening has revealed a new archetype called the Masked Dancer. It holds a power both unique and interesting. I prepared a new special experiment to enhance its potential to the highest level.
Now then.
Should you desire to hear more, I have a lecture prepared for you. If you'd like to listen, by all means.
Right, the Masked Dancer is a class that can use other archetypes of powers, but you have to switch its mask. Before we get to that, though... Yep, the Masked Dancer is open here. Let's see it. In times of yore, there lived heroes who were renowned for their splendor and beautiful masquerade. Their souls together form the power of the Masked Dancer. Among them, the elite who wears masks to draw out their own power, finding new selves within selves, I dub the Persona Master. The Masked Dancer archetype is one, and yet multiple. It brings out the possibilities within itself and can respond to any situation. But obtaining its wide variety of powers comes at a great effort and cost. They are only as strong as their collection of masks. Let no Masked Dancer forget this truth. So this archetype equips masks to change its resistances and attacks. That means it's really versatile, but only if you can find the masks. It's a very customizable class, basically. But you have to be able to earn it. Gotcha. Sounds fair. But we also have level 15 General, I'm pretty sure, so...
You've done a wonderful job cultivating the General. Yes, a splendid accomplishment indeed.
Incredible.
More Leaves of Light.
All right.
And some imagination.
Our research proceeds apace, Ace. Thank you.
You don't seem well.
Hold on.
You don't seem in good spirits today.
I get the impression something's weighing you down. Weighing you down, though. I'm scared. The truth is, I'm beginning to remember where this place is.
More memories unlocking?
What?
Does that mean your memories are returning?
Why, that's...
This is where I once strove in scholarly pursuit, much like I'm doing now, yet with a crucial difference. In the past, I'm certain I had a full team at my side. All of us shared the same dream. We labored to make our ideals a reality. That's what I remember, at least.
Just a sec.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
But why?
But if that's the case, why has no one come to rescue me here? Isn't that strange? Under normal circumstances, surely someone would notice something was amiss. What if my imprisonment here is for the better?
Did I?
What if I was not locked in here by kingly decree, but by the decision of my peers? Did I make a grave mistake?
And what's wrong with that?
It'll be fine.
What? Can you really accept it that readily? I believe I understand the secret to your strength. Indeed, it is why everyone is drawn to you. I must not run from the past, no matter what truths lie in store for me. My apologies. The prospect of the unknown simply shook me for a moment. All we can do now is continue onward, I suppose.
Of course. I sense Moore's extraordinary determination and burning spirit of discovery. Rank up. Rank 6.
May we both...
Now then, for your next task, I ask that you summon your courage and open your mind. You must study even more varieties of archetypes. I believe you are well on your way to the ultimate archetype. Hone your virtues well, and our success depends upon them.
This one's important.
Study 25 different archetypes. That one shouldn't be too hard, honestly. I could probably get that done right now.
Grapple with the anxieties of those around you and overcome those obstacles. Someday, we may make our ideal world a reality.
I could probably complete that request right now, actually. Special experiments have been added to Academia. Use special experiments to create items that certain archetypes utilize during battle. You can get the materials necessary for special experiments from enemies in battle.
Good of you to come.
So a bunch of masks. So Magic Seeker uses a Depth Seeker skill. Okay, so it's even for the upgraded variants. And it uses masks. Gotcha. So these are the Arcana masks that we've been getting. Has weakness to fire and light. Use merchant skills. Well, might as well create as many as I can. I see no reason to not create as many as I can. I'll just have to hope to get them. Apparently, we got a... There was an interesting piece of info we got from the informant in Virga Island, and it talked about a Ujiv store in Brylehaven. That store apparently can give different mask parts that are used for these for this area. So apparently it's random though, like it changes each day. So you can't always get what you want. But again, I'm gonna create as many of these as I can right now. Because hey, who knows? Maybe I can use something in a different situation. Get the cleric. And the merchant. Very nice. We don't need to make that mask again. Yeah, I think we can just make that next... I think we can get to it. Because it doesn't... It just means studying, like, even previously discovered archetypes. It's just 25 in total, assuming that I'm right.
Counting on, of course.
Which, again, we should be able to get right now. I have plenty of mag I can use.
Yeah.
The thief archetype. Chivalry can exist in the shadows, and I plan to show just how. I will use his powerful salvation for the sake of the weak.
Oh.
Also, it'll give me some of these hero fruit items,
Right.
too.
I could get used to this.
Let's do it for some of the characters that have less of archetypes, though. Like Juna. Let's give you healer.
Fascinating. This, right? All right. I'm counting, of course.
Give the healer. You can't skip these sections, by the way. I've tried.
Let's go.
Heal archetype. Anyone wants healing, raise your hand. Leave it all to me.
I'll always aim higher.
I see.
We'll give you... We'll also give you the
I see.
faker.
Fascinating. This, all right. I'm counting on, of
Do that.
Let's go.
If it isn't a faker, weakening enemies, that's my favorite trick. My favorite trick. I have you in the palm of my hand.
Oh.
More heroes fruit.
Knew I could do it.
Seems we still need more.
Good of you to come.
We'll get Heisme. We'll give you the
I see.
Seeker.
Fascinating. This, all right.
O worthy heart, who tempers anxiety and strength. If thou art ready to see the world with new eyes, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the Seeker.
This is a Seeker, then. So be it. It's long past time I learned to wield the power I've been given. For a world where all may live in harmony.
I have retained my edge.
We'll even
I
give
see.
you the
Fascinating.
merchant.
This, all right. I'm counting, of course.
I've got plenty of mag anyways from farming so much, so I'm not really upset by doing this. Plus, the other thing is I do want to try and max out as many archetypes as possible because mastering an archetype also gives you permanent stat increases, I've noticed. So still need more.
I've been
All right,
waiting.
fair enough. If more is what you desire, then more is what you shall get.
I
Should
see.
probably consider going for cheap
Fascinating.
ones
This, right,
first.
all right.
Like Gallica's mage one is
Counting
pretty
on,
cheap.
of course.
Let's give it to everybody. The power of the mage, is it? Then let the magic flow. The strength of any power lies in how it is used. I shall use mine in a way that does not betray my own heart.
Oh.
Here's fruit.
I have retained my edge.
If it's dirt cheap, then I'm just gonna get it. Like
see.
375, that is
All right.
dirt cheap considering the amount of mag I have. So come on. Open thy heart. Leave the front line to me and my sword. We will survive. Together we will forge a new path.
Steady effort is key.
I see. Fascinating. This
Give the
all right.
warrior.
Of course.
Plus, who knows? Maybe I'll need some of these skills later. Worthy heart.
Let's go.
The warrior archetype. I've always wanted a chance to swing a sword around. Let's do that.
I'll always aim higher.
Crimson Flame, Cyclo.
Hello.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Does it not count what I thought it did? I thought it was... Oh, whatever. I guess I was wrong, but whatever. It's fine. We don't have to worry about it right now, I don't think. What I do want to check, though, is,
What now?
equip... Ah, access Seeker's Mask. Oh, interesting. The masks actually take up an accessory slot. Interesting. Gotcha. Resistance to wind and a weakness of fire. Bayama Vichala. Very interesting. Don't I have a... I have the wizard. Liza and Candera with shield blessing. Yeah, I think I'll give her the magic dancer for now. She has high magic as is, so... Let me just make sure everybody's good on its stats. Alright, apologies for all that, setup. Let's save the game one more time, and then we'll actually move forward. Hopefully, by being so high of level now, I should be able to breeze through plenty of the dungeon at this point. Plus, I've still got a couple,
What now?
I've still got a couple Maggle pills in my back pocket now. Not 99 like I was hoping to get, but still, that's still a decent chunk. Now, let's continue onward.
Watch out.
We will kill this guy, though.
Just
We
where
want
the
to kill...
wind was. We
Those
should be
enemies
fine.
back when I was farming didn't give any mask, evidently. Which is fine.
It's not the entrance then?
No, no.
Not quite. That leads to an ancient lift powered by Magla. There are 4 lifts in the Lost City. In order to reach the altar, we must make careful use of them.
Let us go.
Please continue along the traces of on the floor as you have been. The lift to the altar is ahead.
Is this right?
It is interesting. This is Shinjuku, it said. So, why is this Shinjuku? Hey there, buddy. Get back here, you stupid tree.
Good one.
If it's
Houseman of the
useful, I say grab
Raptor.
it. It's all clear.
We're gonna try and explore this area as much as we can, obviously.
All right. How's that? Push through.
Sword Master level up. Still though, this is really giving me Xenoblade Chronicles 2 feelings, because I mean... Well... Ooh, okay! There's a lot of stuff here! But yeah, if you play Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you know what I'm talking about.
Useful, I say grab it.
There's that one area that definitely gives feelings of this.
Stop!
Everyone on your guard! Something's here!
What?
An ear monster? Is this a new form of... Is this a new human?
But how?
A human? What is such a monster doing in the Lost City?
Seems likely.
Surely it's due to an increase in melancolization. Perhaps this human was drawn here by the dragon god as well. I'm starting to feel... I get the feeling that melancolization... If people are... If the humans are people, then what my guess is, it's probably melancolization that eventually turns creatures into humans. And enough melancolization, enough time spent that way, can probably corrupt their form into the humans. Also, yeah, it does look like ears.
Surely it's due to an increase in melancolization. Perhaps this human was drawn here by the dragon god as well.
So they're meant to keep intruders out.
They're doing the dragon god's grunt work.
That can't
But,
be.
but why? Why would the dragon god reject me? I'm the rightful sacrifice. Never mind that now. It doesn't seem like doesn't it seem like this thing's acting weird? Almost like it's waiting for us to make a move.
Wait.
Wait, everyone, halt!
The grass is red around it.
Indeed.
So my eyes do not deceive me. It's moving as we move.
Then
If we can predict its movement, we can slip past it. A fight isn't necessary. Let's be extra cautious.
I see you.
Weird. Okay. Seems like that's towards story. So let's pass this way, because there were stairs down this way. I want to try exploring this place as much as I can.
Just as I thought.
Crap!
Let the battle begin.
Face me!
We also have Elusive Dream now. I want to see this.
Die!
Come on.
This'll be over soon enough. Behold this power. Time to shine.
Are you prepared? Magic Seeker! Light!
How am I on?
You hit their weakness.
Hidden
That's
arm!
happening, Captain.
I'll use what I must. Mandible bearing.
Hellbound. Not good.
Why did they put you to sleep?
I call upon royal power within!
Got it. Okay, that was a risky gamble.
Alright, victory is ours.
Sorry, I was saying something.
This is amazing.
I can't
Lightning
believe
Glaive for the knight. Normal attacks become electric affinity. Interesting. Alright, back up we go. 3 returns.
it. Bet we'll find a use for that. Oh, I think they see us.
Hero's Incense. That reminds me. I should probably use those because I did say I want to get certain things, right? Give the cleric... That wasn't enough. Give the cleric...
good.
There we go. Medica.
Feeling stronger.
Now give that to Will.
All right.
Hmm.
That
The only other thing I can think of is I would maybe want to get Patra in some form. You know? Hmm. You know? Sure, we'll do that. Give me the rest of those fruit. Give it to Juna and give it to her healer.
I've learned a new skill. I knew I could do
Perfect.
it.
Patra. And then we'll give Juna
all right.
Patra. That'll do.
I get the feel.
Making sure there's nothing else here. We have to go past the human now. What do we have back here?
Nice find.
Mossy
Looks
weapon.
like it could be useful.
Strange human. Strange area. Come here. Part of me wonders if I should try and fight the human, but I get the feeling the game doesn't want me to.
How's that?
Amazing!
Like, it gives me the option, but it's the saying, like, you can. But should you? Oh, another one.
Yeah, nice work! Hey, great job!
Hello there.
Weak one.
Ow.
That'll do it.
I want to explore.
You'll be okay with that, right?
Open up. It's Serene Fist. Let the human go by. Oh, crap. I'm in. Looks like parts of a keyboard have fallen here, but they're made of a material I don't recognize. Perhaps an ancestor of the instrument?
This thing's about to a crisp, but it is a keyboard, isn't it? Looks a bit different to the ones you see in the church.
So they had similar instruments in ancient times then.
How funny. Her music was the first magic this world ever knew, darling. I can only imagine how much the old world loved it.
The first magic is music. That was the first thing that we were given with Galka.
Healing before it's too late might be wise.
Different colored trees. We were told about those.
Cautionary heal never hurts,
Okay, we can still insta-kill those.
No rush.
Don't have to worry about them.
A nice find.
Fortune White Mask.
Added to the collection.
Strange. It's not moving. The magla sustaining it must have faded. It's an old device after all. If we activate the magic saucer, the lift should move normally.
So be it.
And where might the source be? Do you know?
If so,
To get the mechanism, we'll have to take a shortcut with the enabling lift. That one works, I believe. Let's go.
Then
Come on.
Before we do that, we're gonna explore. I am the
You see use for
explorer.
it, I say take it with you.
I'm right here.
Get him!
nice. I bet we'll find a use for that.
Let's push through.
If you intend to
Come on.
risk, I might suggest
You don't hide well. How many of you are there?
Beauty sleep app.
Okay, this seems to be it down here. What do we have? Oh, hey, these stupid pots again.
Don't push it.
What's this do? Open. Seems handy. What the heck?
Let's push through.
Now I think about it, we haven't seen enemies like that since we were in the Nord Mines, I don't think. Where am I, by the way?
Hanging in there. I've got healing. You need healing.
I'm fine. Justice White Mask. I see another human. What's that down this way, though? This place is genuinely a maze. Jeez, oh Pete. Come on, then.
You'll need your beauty sleep after this.
Miraculous medicine. Okay, we can go past the human now. Or at least try. The human's just a pair of ears with what looks like a knife in the middle. A big knife, but a knife nonetheless.
More humans, and not even a hair's breadth to squeeze past them.
I want to say.
What if we use the machine mechanism to move the barrier wall at the back further in? If we work swiftly, we might be able to shut the monsters out.
I see.
That's reasonable. I'll second it.
Watch out!
Ah, I see. Got it. Blue.
Found something.
Chef's mitts. Prevents burns.
No choice but to cut through.
Cragman Jula.
Push through.
Oh, this thing we still have to fight.
Now accept your fate. Mustn't settle for the easy way.
Guess we better stay on our toes. Fast dancer. I'll show you. Freeze over.
Nope. But I'm pretty sure you're weak to... Yep.
The freedom of a wanderer.
What the hell am I on? Nope. Can't move.
They're weak to strike attacks. Smash them up.
Face me. What a blunder.
Nope.
So much for that. Call upon the royal soul. Descend to the storm.
Now, what's the play? Are you prepared?
Different approach. Hit your weak point. Keep it up.
Hit, forget.
They're weak to strike attacks.
Win.
Smash them up.
Be neither timid.
We need a different approach.
Dependable bearing.
Forgot. Poor Gore.
Watch me. They're weak to strike attacks. Smash them up. Lightning. Sorry, my mistake.
I call upon royal power
Hit
within.
your weak point. Keep it
Let's
up.
go.
She's a Pete, you got a lot of health.
Still here?
I'll use what I must.
Finally.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
Poor hero leaps of light.
Careful. There's more of them.
What now?
Whew. That should do it.
Forward.
Notice us. On your guard.
Get ready, everyone. Wait. I think
Junior levels up.
marvelous. I feel stronger already.
Die.
Pocket it.
Eyes my levels up.
Excellent. I've grown more powerful.
A nice find.
Stop pulling him behind corners. Ooh, that scared the crap out of me.
Watch out. We've been spotted.
Oopsie.
Watch out.
I see your game.
I got stuck behind a tree, I'm sorry.
Jeez, they're pretty tough.
Homo
Better be careful.
Orelon.
Assassin. I show no mercy.
Critical hit. Heisman's a real ace. This'll be over soon enough. Run away.
Get out of here.
What?
What now?
Where'd it go?
This is bad.
Oh crap.
Let's push through.
Is it just gone?
Well, I hope we've seen the last of them.
I don't even know where I'm going at this point. Ariadne's thread.
On your guard.
I figured I was going towards store. Oh!
They'll need more than this.
Heisme, that's a lot of ailments.
Mustn't settle for the easy way. Let us withdraw.
Run away is a valid tactic.
Defeat them all. On guard.
This could be our chance.
Sweep them with style.
Face me. Mustn't settle for the easy way.
Just weak to strike.
Now accept your fate. Sorry.
Rockline curious.
Hello there, treasure. Watch me. Descend in the storm.
No holding back.
Keep it up.
It's okay.
Troll.
By this power.
Oh, power of kings.
Hmm.
Some darker arts.
Can't move. Ba-da-da-doo.
You're here?
On me, we go together. Mandible bearing.
I'll give you the please, after you.
Sword Master!
Uh-oh. Sorry, Stroll.
Wasn't
Someone get
enough.
it back on its feet.
Blunder.
Heisme's not
The
over
shame.
yet. Someone has to get back in the fight.
Disappointment ending.
Let's try it again.
Taste steel!
I can acknowledge when I screwed up.
I'll show you.
Oh dear.
Call upon royal power within!
Weak point. Keep it up.
By this power.
Face me. Rancor.
My shoulders.
Ow.
This is just what I need. You've got several ailments.
Sword Master!
Watch your back. You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain. You hit their weakness. That's
I'll
your
use what I
opening.
must.
Got it.
Looks like that's all.
Whew.
Great job, everybody.
I'm okay. Actually, I'm not okay.
Now.
At the very least, Stroll's not okay. Scraps of yellowed paper are scattered on the ground in front of me. I guess this is ancient writing. Maybe Yufa could read it.
Now that you
A
mention
long
it,
time ago, my brother taught me to read the writing of the ancients. It's not especially legible, but I shall try my best. The die is cast. None can stop. Calamity shrouded. Land, city, sink. Depths of the earth.
So the calamity, as they call it, is what caused the city to sink underground.
This is really getting me wondering about this calamity. Doesn't it almost sound like some kind of natural disaster?
No.
I don't know if I call it natural. I'll to be sure, though. What happened to this world? These are obviously more modern-looking buildings. But what caused it all to fall apart, then?
Wait.
Alright, how's that?
Purple?
Incredible find. Nicely done.
Fire Mist Katana.
What now?
Chef Mitts. Lightning Glaive.
Leave
Fire
it
Mist
to me.
Katana.
It's all clear.
This place is a genuine maze. Jesus Christ. Ooh! Hate those stupid things. Oh, they go in a circle. I walked into that.
Get her some healing!
A favor, if I may.
Juna, are you okay?
Too early for my
Let us withdraw.
Get out of here. And now it's gone for some reason.
We cannot
No, you
avoid
don't.
this fight. Stand ready.
Look!
I don't even know where I'm going. I thought I was going story or non-story route, but this feels story-like. What the heck?
I mean to say,
Push through.
Big egg.
right.
Beg. Hey. Oh, I'm here. There's a safe spot right here. With how far we've made it in, we might as well save.
So,
Make a record.
Let's go.
Very nice.
Check it out.
Back down elevator number 1. This place is gonna be a nightmare to try and figure out everything. I mean, I'm already having problems, man. Yeah, crap. I want to keep those available too in case I need to farm for more.
push through.
And our hero leaf of light.
Get the level.
You found something.
I thought those looked weird. It's teeth. 3 heroes leaves of light.
All of them. Yes?
Getting so many of those is really nice, though. The leaf of lights, I mean.
Charm. Keep the pressure on.
Push through.
I don't really want to get rid of those either as well.
All right, we did
In
it.
case I need to farm for more experience or something.
If you see use for it, I say take it with you.
That was well done.
Move the damn door!
Amazing. Great moves back there.
Push through. How's that? Whoa.
Golden gauntlets, what the heck?
What now?
Luck plus 5.
You can trust in me. Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
I didn't.
What now?
There you go. Get over here! Human and 2 monsters.
A favor, if I may.
I hit the wrong button again.
Over soon enough.
We're evenly matched. Guess we better
This is
stay
just
on
what
our
I need. Raging fire.
I,
In the name of justice,
Syocro.
I call upon royal power within. Let's wrap this up. That's okay. If I say so myself. We can do this.
I'll use what I must.
Soul Scream. Not good. Breath of battle. Ugh. You missed.
Can anyone heal him? Stroll can't
Watch
take
me.
it more.
This might be too much. Masked dancer.
Not good.
Control! Someone get him back on his feet! Fiona's badly hurt! Get her some healing!
These are Pete's game.
It's your call.
No, do not do that.
Let us clean up
Reset the battle.
now. Accept your
No good
fate.
against them. We're evenly matched. Guess we better stay on our
I'll
toes.
use what I must.
Electricity's no good against them.
I show
It's the
no
last thing
mercy.
we need. Watch me!
Fire.
No holding back. Let's wrap this up. It's okay. We can do this. Come forth, royal soul.
We're evenly matched. Guess we better stay on our toes. Hit their weak
There we go. Weak to win.
Now
You're
accept
opening,
your
Captain.
fate.
I do not like this thing.
Badly hurt. Get her some healing.
So you're strong.
We gotta wake her up.
Let's try this one more time. I think I've got a way of dealing with it now.
Fast, dancer. Nice move. Hit their weakness.
Let us
You're
assess
opening,
it.
Captain.
Some apologies.
Keep lowering its
Would you
accuracy.
finish it?
Think not.
You missed.
Job,
Nice.
everyone. Talk about a close call. The captain's anxiety is overwhelming him. We can't let him get hit. This is just what I need. Electricity's no good against them. Freeze over everlasting.
Are you prepared?
Finish them off. We're clear.
Hack and slash, they die hard. At this rate.
Crap. Made a mistake.
Thanks. Face me.
Okay, we're fine. I forgot about the anxiety, how that works.
Victory's ours.
Not bad, if I say so myself.
Okay. Note to self, never screw with that. Note to self, indeed. Let's not open that pathway yet. Ah, crap.
They see us.
Gotcha.
You've no time for prayers. Witness our secret technique.
That's not the... Oh, wait, it was the right enemy. I was about to say.
Sword master. I'll cut one leg.
Them all?
Not bad,
You're at
if
the
I say
top
so
of your
myself.
game, Stroll.
I do not like this thing. Yes!
Beautiful dog, Heisman. Only
Magic
one
Seeker.
left. Finish them off. Hit their weakness.
Now
That's
accept
opening,
your
Captain.
fate. Die! Formidable indeed.
I call upon a royal soul. Wind should solve this. Raging lava. Don't give up
I shall fight as the sword master. No, withdrawing. Sword master.
Poison shot.
Hit their weak point.
Come forth, royal soul.
Down and out.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone.
I'm okay.
What now?
You. Get over here.
Let's settle this quick.
Let's do this. Wind should solve this.
Face me.
Let's blow them away.
No.
These are just small fry. If we play it
Oh,
cool,
power of
right
kings.
Nope.
So much for this is just what I need. Wind should solve this. Let's blow them away.
I call upon royal power within. Run them through! I will fight with pride.
Nope, we are not losing you.
Assassin! What a blunder!
So much for that.
Watch me! Freeze over!
In Sword Master! The freedom of Vitus power. Win!
You hit their weakness.
Face
Your
me!
opening, Captain.
Knockout.
Okay, I don't think
Whew.
there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
More leaves of light.
Hey, maybe there's something to do here.
Good one.
Something to do here.
I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
Get more infinite spawns.
We've been spotted.
Impressive. Your training has paid off.
There's a glass bracelet on the ground. It's got little needles inside.
Mayhap.
Useful assassination, surely. Those needles may be poison-tipped. The faces is adorned with ancient numerals. The needles will seem to be pointing to them.
Somehow.
Seems there's some trick to it. Perhaps these needles moved once upon a time.
I see.
It's a watch, isn't it?
I'm right here.
Great job, love.
Spirit do. I'm probably not going to come this far in if I want experience, so I think I can kill these ones safely without worrying.
I hope we can have a moment of peace
That's additional, additional leaves of light. There is an item back here, but we'd have to go through the human to get it. Oh, but it opens the other things too. So I had to open it anyways.
Huh.
Might I speak?
Whew. Wreathed paper, weathered paper on the ground.
Too late. Regrets. Future. No more. Slumbered in lance. Someday. In rightful hands.
Mayhap.
Do they refer to the Dracodius? Dracodios. Could seem that in this record as genuine in its old age.
Whose are those rightful hands? The Mastari?
Our teaching described Dracodios as having been passed down since ancient times. However, I am uncertain that the rightful hands are indeed the Mastaris.
Don't tell me.
Draco and Dios be connected? What's going on? Probably. I feel like we're gonna learn the truth of what humans really are here. I feel like that's what the build up to this is.
How's that?
And why they keep appearing and why the church hates this place so much.
Let's push through.
All right, we did it.
Death White Mask. What's the other way first? Ugh.
Long as we're
Gotcha.
Your death will be swift.
no get ready.
Now accept your fate. Rancor.
I'll give you the
Let's retry that.
performance of a lifetime.
It's over.
That actually gives me an idea. What do you have anything interesting? Evil Eye Talisman.
Fell swoop.
Nah.
Now accept your fate. Die!
Mass dancer. Wind should solve
Don't
it.
use that. Do not use that.
Away.
Raging fire!
Moving to the no holding back.
You hit their weak point.
Let's
Keep it
go.
up, Troll.
Let's work together. Come forth, royal soul. Scour.
You hit their weakness. That's your
Assassin.
opening, Captain.
Some darker. Keep your guard.
Got it.
They had built to a professed dancer. They're weak to darkness. Let's blot him out.
Maybe not.
This
I'm gonna give one of these a stroll. These guys still can't move anyways because of stun.
Sword master. Run them one left.
Took one out.
Let's go. Win.
Very nice.
What a finale! Keep your
Giant's
energy up,
ribs.
everyone.
Good. Ha! I have never known such heights. Ah.
Was there a reason to actually fighting that thing? I don't think there was. Oh well. Wait. There's no like cubby hole or anything I can crawl through, right? Nope. Okay, just making sure. Be quite depressing to go through all that and just miss the point. Should I go back and destroy those other crystals? I probably should. There is an item I missed. Well, we're going back to destroy those other crystals and get the item I missed.
I get the feeling we could move something if we tried.
Come on.
How's that?
Come on, let's push through. Come on.
Here's Leaf of Light.
All right. How's that?
Amazing! Great moves back there.
There's an end to that.
How many Leaves of Light do I actually have right now? 25. Jeez, oh Pete. I don't even know what I'd want to use those on, honestly. I feel like I should just save them for when I need certain things. Yeah, we'll do that.
Everything's pretty standard.
Anyways, I never went back this way. I understand now why I never went back this way.
I'm right here.
That was close. Gotcha.
That sweep them with style.
Assassin!
I'll show you.
Moving to the rear. No holding back. And a
Hit
hit.
their weak point. Keep it up.
I won't hold back. Scour.
You hit their weakness. That's
Face
your
me.
opening, Captain.
Apologies. Would you finish it?
Masked dancer. Let's masked dancer. Raging fire. Sorry, my
We're losing lots of MP again. Ah! Crap. Bruh.
Are you prepared?
We need to cure him before the pain gets worse.
Passion, that's one.
Only one
Let's
way
take
is finish them off and we're clear.
I'll use what I must.
Ow.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
Help him.
What now?
Oh. Okay, Heisman, you're fine.
Hey, you found something.
Justice White Mask. Okie dokie. Have to make our way all the way back, but that's fine. I don't know how much longer this dungeon is. We're certainly gonna find out at this rate.
All set?
Push through. All right. How's that? Come on.
Impressive. Your training has paid off.
I imagine that would be of use.
Doing a spin seems to be perfect timing with these guys. So that's nice. Oh dear.
Watch out.
I don't know what the path of movement is.
What?
Oh, hi there.
They're upon us.
Well, I do that.
Exemplary.
Give me more Magla pills.
Then. Cleared the way. All right. How's that?
You hit him right.
Push through. Come on.
Good job.
I shall rise to the occasion.
Too late for you.
Almost started me.
We're evenly matched. Guess we'd better stay on our toes.
Now accept your fate.
This is just what I need. Burn!
Now, what I call upon royal power within, I shall vanquish evil.
You hit their weak point. Keep
The
it up,
freedom
Joel.
by this power. Win.
You hit their weakness. That's your
Power
opening,
of
cousin.
kings. Formidable indeed.
Come on.
Raging fire. Don't give up easy.
Irritating eye. What?
No holding back.
I don't think that worked as well as you hoped it would, gamer.
Nice move.
If it's using wind, then it's probably weak to electricity.
Some darker arts.
Fast dancer. You hit their weakness.
Yep, I was right.
I call upon royal power within.
Let's stay calm.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, I don't think
Stress me out, why don't ya?
Let's keep moving. Looks like we're safe for now.
Push through.
I knew you could do it.
Stupid egg. Alright, let's see what the movement pattern here is.
Careful.
Come on. All right. How's that? Come on.
Amazing. Great.
Raiju's
there.
breath. Get to come back around. Hey there, ear buddy. Why you just got ears running around everywhere? Uh-oh. We're gonna have to time this one kind of dangerously. Oh, wait, no. I messed that up.
Push through.
Oh, I was thinking wrong. I thought it was on the other, like on the opposite end, for some reason.
Come on.
Great job, love.
That was well done.
Let's push through.
Hey, good one.
Golden Strand.
Look.
Onwards and upwards.
However,
Holy crap. Oh god. I thought I got hit. Get over here.
Ice doesn't work. We need a different approach.
Falling back. Advance. Assassin.
I'll show you. They're weak to strike attacks. Finish them up.
Are you prepared? No holding back.
Hit the weak point. Keep it
Forgot.
strong. Ice doesn't work. We need a different approach. Light.
I'm not gonna have enough MP by the time I get to the end of this damn dungeon.
Darker arts.
No. No.
This is just what I need. Hit their weak point. Keep it
Come forth, royal sword.
Hit their weakness. That's
Assassin.
your opening,
Out
Captain.
what a blunder.
Nope.
So much for that. And that's that. Victory's ours. That was neatly done.
Get rid of it.
I hope we can have a moment's peace now.
How big is this freaking area? Jeez, oh Pete.
Everything's pretty standard. I don't think anything we can't handle easily. Just a bunch of weak ones. We should be fine.
I knew I could count on you.
I mean, like, seriously.
Wait, I think maybe we should try moving things.
I think it wants us to try and capture the eye. Or the ear, sorry.
Look,
Oops.
Well done.
All right.
Open that. How the heck am I supposed to get that? Oh dear. This is not going to be worth it. Well, there's no point in avoiding it now.
what?
Alright. Race!
Now.
Get the
Get out of here! That at least gets rid of them. And I'd have to go all the way back down just to get that other path checked out.
Looks like they found us. Maybe a precautionary heal wouldn't hurt.
You're probably right.
What now?
What I should be doing. Gunner.
Hey, let's push through.
Take it slow if you need to. There's no rush.
Balm of Life.
Goodness.
Oh, that's not half bad.
I'm sure of it.
Archetypes.
Come on.
Ooh! That was close.
Hey, this'll do it. All right, how's that?
Don't let them get the best of you now.
Come on.
Yeah, nice work.
Alright, I can swap back to Magic Seeker.
Magic Seeker.
I think
I have no idea where I'm going at this point. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Hey,
Was I here before? I don't know anymore. Evidently not because of items, but I'm so confused. This area makes no sense to me. Trees.
very impressive.
you hit him right in the weak spot.
Purple.
Wow, what a find!
All in Abacus. Normal attacks will always deal critical hits, but 50% accuracy. Get over here. Murder it.
I'll use what I must.
Fast, dancer.
Sword Master! Hack and slash!
Right on target. Nice
Magic
one,
Seeker!
I don't think we need to worry about it this time. Yep, we're good. Whew.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
That's all.
Weathered paper.
Discovery of Magla, heir of science, to an end. But despite all its glory, Magla, author, all destruction, the world destroyed. Wait, so what's science? And this bit about Magla destroying the world? So the calamity had to do with Magla after all? Guess that's about all we know.
Well,
Indeed, this is the first time I'm seeing of this ancient writing as well.
However,
Magla destroyed the world? It really is starting to feel like maybe it is... Was it the existence of Magla that made everything fall apart? Huh?
Perhaps.
Is this a mechanism that activates the lift? Captain, go on and give it a try.
say,
So you ever saw it? Will it take us to the altar? Not quite. What we just saw is the lift in the entrance wing. The lift connected to the altar still isn't functioning.
Our goal is the altar. We'll be restoring the mechanism for that lift.
yes, of course.
Rest assured that the mechanism for that lift is nearby. Simply follow the trail on the ground.
If so,
Follow the trail on the ground for the mechanism.
That was
Uh,
I say grab it.
Hey,
Teeth.
good one.
Open that. This returns us over here. Let's go ahead and use this time to save, because my goodness. At this rate, I might have to actually farm on screen for just a little bit so that I can get some Moggle pills so I can actually... Because I'm gonna need MP to deal with the freaking boss of the dungeon. Which at this point, I'm expecting to be a human dragon.
Let's go.
Or a dragon in... A human in the form of a dragon. You know what I mean. But that's why I kept that one save point alive. We go this way. Come on.
No way.
How many of them are there? What are we supposed to do? This looks grim. The contraption we're after should be past here.
but
At this rate, pushing through would prove to be impossible. What do we do?
actually,
There's one possible countermeasure. It may be enough to eliminate the monsters.
Is that true?
If it's that good, then let's hear it. The flow of Magla around that monster is different from others. If I had to describe it, it feels fake, or like it has no real substance. In theory, you might find the source somewhere in this lost city.
I see.
And we may destroy all the humans in one fell swoop if we can find this. If we can find the source and snuff it out.
That's surely.
I've not felt its presence so far. It's surely hiding somewhere.
Got it.
With a shot. Let's see what we can find. So we gotta find a source for this. Surely hiding on another floor.
How's that?
If
All the game's saying go over here. This way. Uh-oh.
But this is.
Such a spectacular aura. It is here. Our true foe is on this floor. Your third eye allows you to look upon it then. Detect no threats.
leave it to me.
Maybe I can use my face sight. Well, help me give this place a thorough search.
Right there.
There it is. Aha. Look there.
Get him quick.
Finally gave itself away. Guess I realized it couldn't fool us, huh?
This is bad.
There it goes. After it!
Go.
Holy crap, it's fast! We need to corner it somehow.
Damn it.
All set?
Won't be making any more escapes that way. You can only run for so long. Trapped yourself right where I want you. Stop, buddy. We got it. Is everybody ready?
Finish it, quick!
Because this has been a merry dance indeed. Time to finish this. The real thing now. Whoopsie daisy. Flamo.
Assassin!
They're pretty tough.
45.
Now accept your fate.
This'll watch me. Raging fire.
I can't afford to hold back. I shall vanquish evil. I'll cut you down.
I didn't mean to use that. Mad Rush.
Too slow.
Nope.
Finesse. Beautiful dodge, Heisman.
Oh, power of kings. I show no mercy.
I call upon a royal soul. Freeze over.
Cold.
No holding back.
Formation of vigor.
Time to strike.
Come forth, royal soul. Flare.
Skullcracker. Mad Rush. Ugh.
Face me. Some darker arts.
Watch me. Lightning hit their
Weak to electricity.
I call upon royal power within.
I won't hold back. Light.
Now accept your fate.
Breath of battle. Ugh.
This is just what I need. You hit their weakness.
Sword master.
Let us now, Juno.
Perhaps not. This should work.
He knew you'd help.
My thanks.
That helped.
Magic Seeker. Flare.
Witness our strength.
Phantom Tracer.
Apologies. Would you finish it?
Oh, please.
Sorry.
Not a chance.
Juno. Fast, faster. Hit their weakness.
Are you prepared?
Now, Juno.
Your people. Not done yet.
Let's go. We'll do this together. Not. Win. Still here?
Come on.
What I must.
Gotcha. Whew. Letting Katana.
To ever greater heights.
Tremble before me.
Bye bye. No more ears.
That's it as that then.
I expected
Well done,
nothing
everyone.
less.
The other imposter should now be gone as well.
What the?
The ground's shaking. Is that an earthquake?
No.
No, I do not think so. I heard something. A roar, echoing from beneath the very ground we stand on.
A roar. So this triangle can just sense all the humans have been cleared out then.
I'm going back.
Let's go back to the room with the mechanism, the one that's filled with humans. There we should be able to activate the lift that leads to the altar.
All right.
Let's go. All right. Yep, they're all gone now. Blue?
Nice, here we go.
Coddle Choker reduces damage from being hit by your weaknesses. Let's go the opposite way.
This is bad. I think we're in the clear.
Luck incense.
I imagine.
Heavenly water.
That's all of them.
Get rid of the trees. Alright. Let's get through. Alright, this should take us up then, right?
Glad that's over with. I'm ready for a nap.
Yay!
Well
we've
done.
it.
The lift that connects to the altar should be in working order now.
Let's take the lift to the altar, alright. Feels like we're about to get to the boss, so maybe I should go ahead and start using up all those, whatchamacallits, the heals. Also, oh, I was about to say, is there an easy way over there? Because if not, this is going to be depressing.
Staying alive isn't a contest. Heal if you need to.
I'll probably just use all the Maggle pills I got, just to heal up. Surely they'd put a Magla Hollow next to the boss, right? Right?
If you are struggling, it would do you.
I certainly hope so. And I'm choosing to believe so. Let's go.
So apparently,
This quake's more violent than the last. Looks like we're finally closing in on the Dragon God. You know, I've been thinking, could the Dragon God be responsible for the fall of this lost city?
That can't.
What are you saying? The Dragon God is not so wicked a deity as the one you describe. Can't well say she's wrong, though, can you? Didn't they originally discover Dracodios down here? That's true, but be that as it may, it doesn't mean...
No.
This is no place to consider such hypotheticals. There's no other way to tell if one is friend or foe other than to meet face to face.
Let us continue forth.
We still got more of the dungeon, it seems.
let's push through.
Not bad. I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
All right, how's that?
Right in the weak spot. Good job.
This dungeon's a damn maze. I know you can just fall to the ground, but oh, the birds are back.
Cut through them.
Oh, and it's getting real bad back here.
Try to fight here.
Not bad.
Maggle potions,
Find a use for it.
tooth.
If you intend to take risks, I might suggest healing first.
Heal, schmeal, murder.
How's that? Worked like a charm. Keep the pressure on.
Are you all right? Don't push yourself.
Let's push through.
You'll need your beauty sleep after.
If you intend to take risks, I might suggest.
How
healing
many?
Are you feeling okay?
Where?
Just making sure.
I really shouldn't be surprised.
Everyone stay and face me.
small fry. Descendant storm!
Sword Master! Hack and slash! Vitus power! Flare!
You hit their weakness! That's your
I
opening.
show no mercy!
Oh, okay. Thank goodness. I was about to say. Whew.
They surely underestimated us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sumptuous Moggle Feast. Fully restores one ally's MP. Not bad. Looks like an ancient stack of paper on the ground. The front page depicts some kind of chart.
Mayhap.
These are ancient numerals. Perhaps this is a record of days. My best assumption is that this is an ancient calendar. Why does it break every 7 days? If indeed 'tis a calendar, the weeks should be separated by groups of 5 days. Perhaps their way of counting weeks was different to ours. Looking at this calendar, it would seem that the number of days in the year is the same.
Whoa.
Ugh. A thin disc on the ground, catching and reflecting light. Maybe it's an ancient mirror or something? But why the hole?
Look,
It's got maglev circuits embedded inside it. Perhaps it's a very ancient igniter. Look at the way it shimmers like a rainbow. And there's a hole in the middle. It's got some faint scratches on it too, like it was spun around.
Perhaps
Perhaps it is a throwing weapon. Will this be the ancient assassin's tool spoken of in my village? A fabled shuriken.
It is a DVD disc. It is kind of funny hearing them talk about such basic mundane things. But I guess that's how it ends up being, you know? I mean, we've probably discovered things and given things the wrong purpose. Assume things having the wrong purpose, I mean.
this won't stop us.
So slow. I can't believe this! Juna, careful! It looks like you've run away!
Ah! What now?
Get over here.
well done, Captain. To battle.
Start fighting!
Face me.
Ice doesn't work. We need a different approach.
Oh, power of kings.
This is just what I need. They're weak to strike attacks. Freeze them!
I'm in.
No good. Was nullified?
I'll hold my ground.
I didn't. Reset the fight.
Assassin.
This is just what I need. Lightning!
Sword Master! I'll crush
Hit the
you!
weak point. Keep it
I
up
will
strong.
set it up!
You hit their weakness. That's your
Assassin.
opening, Captain.
War cry.
What's happened?
My shoulders.
Uh,
Heisman, it holds this power. Be careful, Renee.
I shall vanquish evil.
Hit their weak point. Keep it up
Work
strong.
together.
You hit their weakness.
Face
That's
me.
your opening, Captain.
Alright.
That's the last of them. The way's clear.
That'll do.
All good. You know what we can do, actually? I've got all these leaves of light.
A new power to wield.
Martial lore, strength by 3. But you know what that means. Samurai. The samurai. Oh yeah.
I see. Fascinating. This right here.
The gallant who perfects the path of the blade and continues to fight for those who cannot take up arms themselves.
All right.
Unlock it.
I'm counting on
The
you.
samurai.
Oh, yeah. A worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength exalted. If thou art ready to bear thyself and fight with all thine heart, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the warrior.
Yeah.
So is the samurai, my pinnacle. Its strength is beyond compare. I shall wield the sword in the name of justice. For my pride in the blood that flows through my very body. I shall be noble in purpose to the very end.
The samurai.
Right. I could get used to this.
Yes. And because why not? We'll give him a bunch of these just so he's not weak right now.
A new power to wield.
Thunderblade.
Right. I could get used
Attack
to this.
lore. We'll get him to at least level 10.
A new power to
Concentrate. Oh, yeah. I just want more MP, man.
On your toes, everyone!
You found something? Let's take a look.
Oh, that's lovely.
Open the door. That's one street!
Do it again!
How's that?
Now part of me doesn't really even want to destroy that one.
Skill.
Impressive. Your training has paid off.
Tempered's White Mask. We can let it live for a little bit.
Just take it. You can always toss it later.
Yikes. All over our heads. Hey, you gained a level.
I don't think it allows us to insta-kill that yet. Whoa. Alright.
Look.
Come on.
I'm okay!
If it's you.
What now?
Hey, push through. Something to do here.
What else exists here?
Oh, they saw us.
Don't think I didn't see you.
Brilliant.
Something back here.
I'm right here.
I knew you could do it.
Easy. Mimic. Surprisingly not. I was fully expecting it to be a mimic though. Cast Sukugaja at the start of battle. Oh, nice. A cracked glassy slab on the ground. When I pick it up, I hear a strange noise.
Huh.
What was the sound? Is someone there? No, the sound definitely came from that little stick. It was like a roar, a landslide. Manifold screams. Geez, you think maybe it's some kind of ancient device used to scare away animals? Hey, do it again.
It would seem that.
Unfortunately, it looks to be broken. I think that sound we just heard was its death rattle.
No, don't tell me.
What? What kind of stick makes sound? You mean like the ones that go... Was it one of those? Like the weird funny stick sounds?
Everyone,
We've been spotted. On your guard.
Exemplary.
Magla injection.
That was well done.
I was about to say, I saw that.
they found us. Look alive. Oh, right. We hit him where it hurts.
Should probably heal. That'll do. A clear container on the ground at my feet. Must be some sort of ancient vessel.
Hey,
Oh, wow, give it a touch. I thought it was a regular ball, but it's soft.
Squeezing makes a little thuddy sound, and it dense. What is this material? It's not glass.
A material that's soft but doesn't break immediately and it's not fabric? These ancients sure were innovative.
Is it plastic?
What an incredible find.
What do we got?
Nicely done.
Cast Rakukaja at the start of battle. Not bad. This looks like a dead end, but it also has something.
That's all of them.
Some weathered paper.
Sky sundering. Wings. Ground aflame. Sweet hellfire. Capital false. City envelop. Mag. Should not surrender ourselves to fear.
Hey.
Pretty dark. You think it's a chronicle of the fall of the old world? It reads like a glimpse into hell.
No.
It might not even be the worst of it. These sky sundering wings, are those the dragons?
Well,
No idea. Only thing we can do is keep moving forward. Yeah, crap.
A nice find. Add it to the collection.
Bro.
That was brilliant.
I have no idea where I'm at right now, to be honest with you.
Saw us. On your toes, everyone.
Come and get.
I feel like I've been stuck in a labyrinth for like the past hour. I know it's not been that long, but it certainly feels like it. Give me a second. Apologies, family member wanted to say bye. Is this a mimic? I had a feeling.
I'll show you my power.
now accept your fate.
I for some reason thought that'd do more damage.
Looks like they're weak to light. It's our time to shine.
Windblade and Peerless Stone Cleaver.
Samurai.
Slice! Ooh.
I won't hold back.
Light. You hit their weakness.
You
That's
face
your
me.
opening, Captain.
I show no mercy. Apologies. Would you finish it?
Punishing blow. Spendthrift's Waste. My money!
Behold this power.
Thankfully the mimics aren't too strong anymore. It's just a matter of if they inflict, whatchamacallit, it's gonna be problematic. The, sleep.
Nice.
I love it.
Drilling Tricone. I should probably try and upgrade equipment if I got
What now?
so much.
You can trust in me. You can trust in me.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Nice.
Alright, that'll do. There's a little metal tablet on the ground. Wonder if it's a stone, if it's some kind of component or something.
But technically a metal card. Besides, it's a plate key of some sort, but... No, it couldn't be.
It's certainly broken, but it also looks as though it could be a part of something larger. Perhaps it's something like an ancient maglet key.
For real?
Hard to picture a little metal what's-it like this being a key. I'd love to meet the people who designed and used these.
Whoa.
It is interesting just seeing a bunch of ancient human civilization items.
Oh, I think they see us.
Get rid of that.
Yeah? Keep it up.
Energy incense. Alright, and then we're gonna have to just loop right back around to the actual, like, story thing. Gotcha. That's fine. We're almost done with this spot, though.
Right in the weak spot. Good job.
I don't know what's coming to chase me, but I'm not in the mood. Just run!
Oh, they saw us.
Exemplary.
How did I get to... Oh, yeah, I just leveled up. That's why. Oh, just run! Open the door, open the door, open the door. More legends.
It's a mural inscribed with archaic writing.
Dragon God Et.
What this is?
It depicts the dragon god manifesting before the priestess. The dragon god normally dwells within Dracodius. Dracadios, but takes it to its dragon form only when I, the priestess, will it.
Only when you will it. Is that how it is? Then how is it that the village comes to harm?
Does he just pop out and go on a rampage when he's feeling antsy?
See here.
It's my first time doing anything of the sort, and as such I am uncertain. However, the dragon god is a protected deity. If we fulfill our duties well, he will come to our aid. I'm certain of it.
But
What do you mean by well? Has the village lived up to these so-called duties? Adeni he said it himself. The village took all their fears and anxieties and burned your shoulders with them.
Say,
Yufa, what truly compels you to seek the path of self-sacrifice?
that's
Because it is my duty.
Can't we stop the cycle?
No.
so
What need would there be for a priestess if it were to stop? The village has already sacrificed so much. A priestess cannot simply abandon her destiny.
I'm sure it's a matter of pride for you. You didn't take on this role lightly. I cannot condone a course that may lead to you dying in vain.
And how much you seem to care about people, Yufa? You could really accomplish a lot if you didn't, die.
But then
She's gotta please awaken. Realize the folly of this. It's a mural. The priestess and the dragon god is inscribed here in archaic writing. It's the priestess holding a lance and a dragon. So the lance is in the depths of this place.
hey,
This image, something about it doesn't sit right with me. On the left is the dragon god. Would it not be facing the priestess if it is meant to make a meal of her? There, in the middle. Are those the inhabitants of the village?
indeed.
Yeah, I interpret this as the people standing protected behind both the dragon god and the priestess. I don't know. It's almost like the priestess is fighting with the dragon. Are priestesses really supposed to be sacrifices? Is the legend, well, correct?
See here.
But
There.
offerings
It's-
have been made of the priestesses to the dragon god for generations.
Might I ask you something?
What's up?
Why have you come to this island? For the lance, I know, but why risk your very lives for it?
Well, we've come this far in together. I suppose she deserves to know something, at least.
Yeah.
there is someone we aim to save. One who was ambushed in shadow. Cursed to die. And the blackguard responsible for this cruelty now seeks our land's throne. If we are to thwart this tyrant, we must first ply him with power and favors. That is why we seek Dracadios.
So you do not bid for the throne for yourself? I had heard that the mainland's aspirants were all seeking relics for their own gain in the race.
No, I admittedly, I could care less about the throne. I mean, cool if I get it, but at the same time, I'm not really here for that. I'm just here to give it to the prince and bring him back to life.
But just so you know, we still meant that part about not wanting you to die.
That's also true. Both can exist at the same time.
Can't you take off the helmet?
Perhaps. It was the same with my own parents.
Hmm?
My mother and father served as the priestess and island chief before my time. They died in an accident out to sea, more than 10 years past. We knew they'd set sail to seek the dragon god, but we never knew why they made the journey at such a time, when no ritual was needed. To hear all of you now, I think I might understand. Perhaps your aims are not so different from theirs.
Why not join us then?
They sought to question the ritual itself, whether these sacrifices held any meaning. That way, they might protect their dear daughter. Is that it?
Certainly sounds like it to me.
Yet there are those in the village who will not suffer any doubt in the dragon god's ways. My brother left for the mainland, claiming he'd change us for the better.
Your parents were not alone in their love for you. There are others on the island who would see you live.
Especially your brother. Adeni's cool. I mean, he knows how important the ritual is to the village, and yet he's fighting tooth and nail to prevent that from happening. He doesn't care what the village thinks of him. He just wants his own sister to live.
And truly, I'm grateful. But as a priestess, even surrounded by such chaos and despair, I have already known such joy and freedom. To me, offering my life is no sacrifice. Those born into blessing must give back in turn. Such a duty is no more than simple common sense. It is the only way to live.
Is it truly, though?
Well, that settles it. I'm getting you out of here. Deal with it.
Thank you, Juna.
Wait, but did you not hear a word I just said?
You're not dying here.
Oh, we heard. But fools like us rarely listen.
Welcome to our gang of idiots. You'll grow to love us, don't worry. You'll grow to also become one of us.
Let's go.
This might be boss time. It might be time. Considering this is now the first time we're actually getting another Magla Hollow, I wouldn't be surprised if this is boss time. Alright, I'm feeling intimidated now.
What now?
I should first give Magla pills. Make a record. I think with this, I think I might be able to get through.
Let's go.
At the very least, that's what I'm going to tell myself. Assuming there's no more to the dungeon. Yep, this has got to be the end. Alright, let's do this. Let's see the truth.
The deepest part of the temple lies just ahead. It is the altar of the 12, where the dragon god Et slumbers.
Assuming that really is
This
Et.
really sinister voice. There's unquestionably something totally not good back there.
Assuming this really is Et.
This Magla. It feels like that of a normal dragon, but somewhat different. What is this?
Is it human?
Well, that's why we're here. Let's go.
Let's see what it is that
I
the...
don't like this.
It's time to see what it is that the Sanctus Church is so afraid of. Let's do it.
Time to go!
The dragon god Et awaits us.
Let's see the truth. There is a dragon over there. I'm not stopping for you. It's definitely a dragon. That much is certain, at least. All right, buddy. Heck?
No! It can't be!
Oh, hell.
It is,
There was a dragon after all.
but it's not just a dragon.
I thought this thing needed a priestess to summon it.
Look at the hands. It's human. That's not just a normal dragon.
Is that the lance?
We are in no condition to claim it. Fire and flame! Has even the dragon god succumbed to melancholia?
No. I think this is something worse. Look! On its back!
Human.
Something clings to it. A human. Is that the fiend behind this chaos?
That's the worst double act I've ever seen.
Look at its eyes. Its mouth, like it's shielding itself, or like it refuses to confront anything, or almost like...
You forget back! We've got bigger problems than the ritual! This thing wants to eat us!
Yeah.
You would fight our god!
Apologies.
What can we do but defend ourselves?
Yufa!
Yufa.
I'm...
Look out!
Yufa. Come on. No. Ah. Help. That hurt. What are you doing? Yufa! Glance. Recadios.
Yufa!
What are you doing?
What can
understand.
You would have me abandon this end. You would send me away to live my life. But how? How can I? This is all I have. Please. You can't take my purpose away from me.
Yufa. This isn't right.
I must apologize. I was wrong to assume. I was quick to judge. But your rights are not acts of barbarism. Yours is a proud heart. But still, see the truth. Is this your god?
False imitation. That's all it is.
A god who demands martyrs, who desires tragedy. Is that truly a god worthy of your devotion and faith? Arise now, priestess! Have you come here only to be saved? Or will you find purpose beyond death, to stand and fight as a savior?
Stand.
I want to!
O lodestar.
Yes!
Born maiden of faith. O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
What is it?
I love that island. I love the smell of its verdant flora. But what I love more than anything is its people. Their words may be coarse, but their hearts are true.
Good.
I must save them. Please!
Good.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. O lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
Yes!
If I cannot save them in death, then I swear I'll protect them with my life.
Awaken! Oh! The summoner!
All of you, let me fight by your side.
Gladly! Oh, it's assemble your party, Yufa. The summoner. Summon Eagle Eye, deals heavy magic wind damage to all enemies and lowers their attack for 3 turns. Summon Noctiluca. Cures 1 ally status ailment and grants 10% HP recovery for the next 3 turns. Lizardman, Undead King, Eagle Lion King, Dragon God, Guptaros King. Stroll and Heisme. No, Juna. And Heisme. Let's do it.
Yufa? You can bite?
Summoner.
And that power!
I found my answer. I offer my life in battle, not in sacrifice.
There we go.
Then we fight as a team.
Together.
Thing on its back. That's the human possessing it, right?
Yes, it must be. If we strike at the human precisely, we may be able to separate them.
Everyone, you need not hold back. We fight to save the dragon god Et, and I shall fight with all I am.
Let's get rid of that parasite.
Anyone. Come on, team, we fight together.
It is your turn.
Eagle Lion!
Yeah.
It's weak.
Yupa hit their weakness.
Assassin! Some darker
Cut it up.
What?
Blocks.
Didn't affect them.
Hellfire dance.
I've got just the dance for you. Force through this I call upon a royal soul. Raging fire.
Let's go. Scour.
You hit their weakness. I pray you're ready. That's your opening, Captain. Heed me.
Eagle Lion! Tail swipe. Dekunda. All debuff effects removed.
Assassin!
I might be able to abuse that fact.
Behold this power.
Burn!
Magic Seeker. Wind.
You hit their weakness. I must concentrate. That's your opening, Captain.
Eagle Lion King!
It is
Summon!
your turn.
Wind!
Yupa hit their weakness.
Face me! Ha! Die!
Dekunda. Megiddo! Incoming!
This is really hurting. I won't bust. Let's help her. Yupa's hurt bad. Show you. Can we get her some healing? I'll go with
I knew you'd help.
Oh, she is awesome. The summoner looks badass, can I just say? My gosh, it looks sick.
You hit their weakness. I ask for your aid. Your opening, Captain.
Eagle Lion King!
Yeah. Yupa hit their weakness.
Now accept your fate. Witness our secret technique. This doesn't... Assassin! I show no mercy. What's in the...
Damn it.
Work on your aim, I'd say.
Thanks, Galacop.
Wind should solve this. Let's blow them away. Raging fire. Sorry, my
It's almost
mistake.
dead. Just one more turn. Can we survive? Plundering life. You're gonna sap the...
It's absorbing the dragon god's power?
I'm all prepared.
On my watch.
Maybe not. This should work.
I need it on me.
Summoner.
Let my power support you.
Yeah. Yupa hit their weakness.
Let us clean up
Don't
this
rush
mess.
this. Darkness won't work on them.
Assassin! Too much, perhaps? Allow me to use
Hit their
this.
weakness. Behold this power. No need to rush this. Let's do this together. I call upon a royal soul. Stubborn, hey?
Wind.
You hit their weakness.
I can do this.
That's your opening,
Come
Captain.
forth now.
Yes! I destroyed it! We did it! Now we just need to take down the body.
Oh, we have to take down the body regardless. I thought we wouldn't have to.
My strength.
Crap.
You've got a bunch of
Assassin.
ailments slowing you down, Captain.
Some formidable indeed.
Behold this power. Feel rested, sure don't give up easy.
Try
There's
this
a
power.
song about all those ailments. Watch yourself.
Get rid of it! Priestess's Heart. Talisman of the Avatar.
Satisfactory.
Heck yeah!
I shall ride.
I can tremble before me.
Such an awesome class, too. Whoa, what the? Huh?
The dragon.
Is it restoring itself? What the? Dracadios.
The dragon god Et has returned to its sacred vessel.
Into the lance?
Legend has it that while in its vessel, that's when the dragon god's power is greatest and weakest when it takes to raging wing.
So its true form is the
So it
lance.
has a true form. You see it now before you.
It's the
And
lance.
here is our village's divine relic, Dracadios, lance of the dragon god.
'Twas rusty and worn, but now it almost gleams.
It's beautiful.
So dragons aren't just magical beasts. They're a manifestation of pure magla. My sister's research. She was right.
You all had the right of it.
No more sacrifices.
All these tragic calamities, they are not born of the dragon god's wrath.
It was the human corrupting it.
And maybe they arose from the temple's melancholia. Perhaps that human was the source.
I bet it.
'Tis not the first time. Thinking back on it now, a human has always been at the heart.
Yeah,
You think humans are what's causing all of this?
it's it. They are.
No, I
What?
don't think that's quite it.
What do you mean?
Something about that monster. The way it instinctively tried to shield its eyes and ears.
Hmm.
It was as if we faced the living past of the Mustari people itself. The Mustari reject the world beyond ours, lost and comforted by ignorance. And in adversity, it is our God we cling to as cause and answer to our suffering.
Hmm.
Maybe we have only ourselves to blame. A self-inflicted madness.
A reflection of
Our
Mustari.
hearts are the source of magla, of magic arts. Even this new power, this archetype that has awakened within me.
What the? Dracadios.
Another. I did not know this one existed.
What? What is it?
If this mural had been lost until now, then...
Another mural.
This paints quite a different picture of the priestess. She looks to be fighting.
She's fighting with the dragon. Wait! That's the sea human we fought. On the left. That's gotta be that human from the sea that we fought.
You suppose this is the truth of the priestess's duty?
To fight the humans?
I mean, offering her life to quell the calamity threatening the village. Maybe that's what it meant all along.
It wasn't meaning offering life in the form of a sacrifice. It was meaning offering life in the form of fighting. You were meant to protect your people through fight, not sacrifice.
It had always seemed odd that the dragon god dwelled within a lance, of all things. Not a sealed urn, but a weapon. My brother often wondered about it.
Of course, that makes a lot more sense then. That's why it is a lance. It's to fight with. The priestess is to fight with the dragon. Hmm?
We were wrong. No, we did not even think to question.
You would have died in the name of an era of semantics. The world has not been kind to you, girl.
No. On the contrary, I feel I've been saved. I finally see my path laid before me. So thank you. Let us return now to the village.
But of course.
You said you had business with the lance when all this had settled down, did you not?
You want to join our party?
Yes, but I doubt you'll want to let go of it after all that. We have to figure that out.
Join us.
I cannot simply relinquish it, but perhaps instead...
You join.
What was that?
What the hell was that? What?
Surely not. The human from the altar?
What?
How has it not perished?
It's alive!
I heard it enter the water. This channel leads straight to the ocean. If it seeks prey to regain its strength.
This is all then it's just gonna find something else to possess.
Then it can only be headed for the village.
Crap!
Damned beast! So much for taking it slow on the way back. After it!
Find that stupid human! We obtained Dracodios. Eliminate Virga Island's threat. Guess we got another boss fight. Where are you, you son of a bitch? Oh god. What the heck? Did it grow? What's going on here? We gotta hurry. Did the damn...
A monster in our village!
The damn thing grew that fast?
I hear screaming. It's gotta be here.
Cilio!
Came back! We honestly... Looks like the little lady made it, I'll say.
Not now!
Of course! But more importantly...
And where's Fidelio?
Right. We've got a human on the hunt. Del's helping the villagers get to higher ground.
Well, he's actually doing something nice for once.
Truly? I'd not have expected it of him.
Anyways, aside from that,
It's Fidelio through and through, isn't it?
besides the point.
I am Euphausia, the priestess. Thank you for helping with the evacuation. Here on we
Oh, priestess! It's the priestess!
What happened?
Please save us.
Who's-
What don't you lot get about evacuate? You want to live? Do as you're told.
Priestess? What happened to the ritual? What if the dragon god's wrong?
About that.
Did you even perform the rite? Oh, this is a disaster. How can we survive now?
The dragon god Et is here as our guardian deity.
Don't worry, you'll get your ritual. The real one, that is. The ritual that's been buried for hundreds of years.
As the priestess, on my life, I will drive back this calamity.
Hold on now. You're not actually gonna fight, are you?
You should see how she fights.
Basilio, where's the monster?
Let's go. Oh, crap.
So be it. We end this here.
Come on. It did grow. What the heck? Its
We
hands
can
are
do this.
clasped. Let's do it. We'll do the same party as last time. Haizme and Juna, along with, yeah.
It is time I put the truth to our teachings and rituals. I stand anew. I stand with you.
I thought we already finished this guy. Guess he's a stubborn one.
Homo Margo.
Looks like we can't
Its
full
hands are
force through this.
clasped in prayer now, with arrows.
Now accept your fate. Face
heck?
me. Some darker arts.
Behold this power. Raging fire.
Everyone is
Summon
counting
Dragon
on us.
God.
Concentrate.
Well, I feel like we have to use it.
Give it all you've got.
Summon him!
Come
The
forth.
Dragon God! Ooh! Reversal prayer. What the? First chase something about Homo Margo. Ah! Let's change this ailment.
I won't hold back!
That was
Nope.
nullified?
The Vanguard!
Don't underestimate me. Try hitting them with something else.
Fireworks.
Call upon a royal soul. Burn!
Dekunda. It's Toxic Stalker. Poison!
Juna's poison. Here I go. She needs an antidote before the toxin takes her out.
It is yours.
Summon Noctic... Nocticula.
That helped.
Oh, Healy.
Magic Seeker! Light! It didn't work!
Nope.
It didn't affect them.
Oh, power of kings!
Kidding
Nope.
me?
Gosh dang it.
Do a thing.
Reversal prayer. If it keeps switching its ailment, it's gonna be annoying to take this thing out. Well, it's enough.
Looks like we can't brute force through this. Raging. No good. proof. We better use something else.
Come forth, royal soul.
Wait. Ice.
Hold on. Here.
Ice works on it right now. It's the aura. The aura's the giveaway.
Now accept your fate.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Assassin! I show no mercy. What?
I'm immune to physical, though.
Behold this power.
Breathe.
I pray you're ready. I shall rethink this. Summoner. The situation is changing. No use holding.
Nice, mate. Reversal prayer. Wind? Falling hand.
We can do
Medica.
this.
That was helpful, thanks.
My thanks. Face me! There's a better
I'm
way.
gonna test. Are you weak to electricity now?
I'll use this.
I've got just the dance I call upon.
You are open to it. Yeah, it's the aura that tells you what to use.
We have provisions.
Cyclone.
Too slow.
Nope.
Beautiful dodge, Heisman.
By this
Thanks,
power.
Esme.
Let me
Juna. Vitalja.
Thank you.
Be neither timid nor arrogant. Is best used.
This is just what I need.
I'm Data.
They take my fullest power. No use holding back.
Bro, the summer looks sick, I gotta say. Reversal prayer. Darkness, I think.
That attack.
If it's darkness, then light.
It
No.
didn't attack them.
Oh, power of kings.
Are you kidding
Nope.
me? That didn't do a thing.
Condemn. It's lightning.
Poison.
Yuba's poisoned. That's gonna keep wearing her down. I'll show you.
So if it's lightning, then we need wind. I'm gonna go ahead and just cure her poison.
I pray you're ready. Let us combine our powers.
Let's do this.
Eagle Lion King!
The enemy still stands.
I won't hold back. Win. Still up?
Reversal prayer. Light?
Now accept your fate.
Attack was nullified?
I'll
Don't
give you
rush
the
this.
performance of a
Darkness
lifetime.
won't work on them. Fool! Stubborn, hey?
Physical works.
Souls of kings, give me strength.
Falling hand.
Yuba's really hurting.
I won't last
Someone
much
help her.
longer.
Yuba's hurt bad.
Magic Seeker.
Yours healing?
A tough one.
Let us
You're
go.
done.
Are you kidding me? That didn't
God,
do a
that was
thing.
fire.
Don't underestimate me.
Your turn.
I cannot be beautified.
See ya!
This is for the future of the Mastari. Fall.
Ooh. Farewell, Talisman of the Night. Everyone got rank up,
I'll strive for greater
and I got points. I have 4 points for some reason.
I am most certainly stronger than I was.
Right. That's the end of that.
Everyone, once again, thank you so much.
A problem.
What a spectacle! To think I could have evacuated and missed the performance.
Yufa. That power.
Yep.
It must be the same power wielded by priestesses of old. My rescuers helped me realize that.
You gotta know what's the truth.
You mean to say sacrifice was never the intent of the ritual?
Never.
The priestess offers her life in service, not sacrifice. She takes up arms and faces the scourge. That is why our relic is a lance.
It makes sense when you think about it.
A mural on the altar suggested as much. It's likely the murals of this village don't actually depict sacrifice either.
You saw what was inside the temple? What was it? Something the church would rather keep buried? Some other mystical relic?
You know, thinking about what he's saying, that's right. Why did the church particularly not want it to be seen? I mean, sure, the whole human civilization thing down there is serious, but aside from that, I would have thought they'd be more concerned about the dragon god. But honestly, I don't see that as too problematic.
A relic? Hardly. We saw a ruined city of the old world. Evidence of a history before our own. Small wonder the clergy can't send their monks. Anyone who saw that would have their faith shaken. It's all but physical proof that the Sanctus Scriptures are fiction.
You don't say.
Yeah.
However, we of the islands have done no better in upholding the truth of our past. With all my heart, I wanted to save our village. But all I did was sit and hope.
Lady Yufa.
I clung to my determination with such fervor. Perhaps without my noticing, it became a desire for atonement. The day you left, Adeni, even the night father and mother left this world, I could do naught but sit and wait and hope. I believed it was my role as priestess. If I had done anything at all to change it, perhaps you would not have faced such horrors.
You can do your changing now.
Yeah.
After all, you're still alive, you've got years ahead of you, and you've got friends and family close. You needn't bear this alone.
We support her. Without the rite of sacrifice. Was that also depicted in the temple? Is that really the truth of the teachings?
Is that so difficult to understand? What matters, the murals or the truth of the teachings? Do you believe the priestess fought out of tradition alone? She fought because she wanted to protect us. This village. She fought for you and I. Our lives and joys. Is that not enough reason to support her?
You made good on your promise to save my sister. Words cannot express my thanks. But there is something that must finally be said. Yufa, I'm glad you chose life.
Yeah.
I think I understand now. It's not slaying monsters that gets rid of the melancholia. I think it goes away when we help people overcome their fear and anxiety.
Seems that melancholia is just an accumulation of negativity in a way.
I have to say, for the moment there, it looked like we'd have more dead than alive. But now they've got the lance, priestess, and the whole sodden village in their corner.
It's only relevant as far as it matters for Luis's sake, Baz. Remember, we're doing this for a world where your blood don't matter, long as you can fend for yourself.
Do you not see what we just did?
Suppose, but what about them that can't fend for themselves? Like them village folk you helped save. Reminds me of that Glodell business too. They're tough enough that they don't need dirty tricks. If you challenged them, and they won fair and square.
Pack it in, Basilio. Our war may be quieter, but we're still fighting. Hesitate out there and you're dead.
Please join us, Basilio. I'm fully convinced he's got to be the next teammate. I'm going to be more surprised if he's not. He's surely the berserker. Surely.
Dell.
Come on, please let me have him. Berg Island's threat eliminated. Recorded events thus far. I refuse to believe that Basilio is not going to join our team.
So, that's the lance everyone's after? Don't suppose you could chuck it our way, young miss?
I wanted to discuss that. Unfortunately, I cannot let the lance leave my side. But to that end, what if I were to accompany you?
Yep.
The monster is gone. The Magla-made distortion is visibly fading from our lands. The threat looming over the island has passed.
Join us.
That said, if I am to be a warrior priestess, then I feel I must learn what the world is like beyond our borders.
Besides, we need a Mastari in our team anyway, so welcome aboard.
Besides, if you were to hold the lance, you would lose your powers of magic, which would be inconvenient.
Really? We lose our magic.
We lose our magic powers?
How do you know that?
Well, a flow of some protective magla surrounds you. Yet, when the lance nears you, it seems to dispel that magic. I can only assume it's one of Dracodios's powers.
I see. If that's the case, then that confirms my theory, I think. The reason why Luis wants that power is because it can get rid of the royal magic, can't it?
What? Hold on. Protective Magla? You don't think she's talking about the king's magic?
This is why Luis wants it.
What's come over you, Stroll? You seem distraught.
If he gets this lance, he could easily take down Forden. He wouldn't have to worry about the king's magic because the king's magic wouldn't be able to affect him.
Look, can I talk to you for a second? There's something I want to test with Dracodios.
Okay.
Did you all see that? This changes everything.
Yep.
I'll say. I was wondering how a whole dragon's worth of magla fit in such an ordinary-looking lance. Now I finally understand.
So this thing is... Should we really be giving this to Luis?
Your pardon, but might someone clarify?
He didn't die.
He blocked it well enough, but the blow still landed. Our candidate was struck.
And he didn't get... Yeah, that's scary.
There's no doubt about it. This lance has the power to nullify the protection of the king's magic.
If Luis gets this, Forden dies. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He's just straight up dead.
That means, as long as you have this lance, any candidate can be killed. And if Luis knows that, it explains a lot.
Then I am well glad the brothers are not present to hear it. What a secret to have stumbled upon.
Maybe this is our chance. We can do what Grius couldn't, and this time he wouldn't see us coming.
Be a bold play, but it would be on our own this time.
But we're not the fledglings we were then. This time, we could do it right.
You would use it to take a life.
Listen.
Yikes. He's been blabbing in front of Yufa.
Doesn't matter. We'll need it kept quiet that we know the lance is secret. And we can't ask that of her without giving a proper explanation.
I was the one who came asking to be included. No matter how heavy or grim your burdens, I would shoulder them alongside you.
Sheesh. Not much we can say when she puts it like that.
But how would such an assassination be enacted? Those brothers will make damn sure we turn the lance over.
A stealth mission's out. Last time there were hardly any guards about and we still barely managed to survive. I'd rather not push our luck. We need some way to keep the lance and use it to strike Luis down. Well, Captain? Any ideas?
Why not we get the brothers on our side?
We could try convincing the brothers to join our side.
No, I don't think that one's
Nah.
realistic. I doubt even I could sway them.
I love it, Julia.
We need some way to keep the lance and use it to strike Luis down.
Let's kill him at the handover.
Kill him with it at the handoff.
Not guaranteed we'll even be giving him the spear directly. He might just have the brothers deliver it, and then that plan's out the window.
We need some way to keep the lance.
Give him a fake.
How about we give him a fake lance?
There's a thought. After all, the lance has been shut up in a temple for ages. Not even Luis would know what the real one looks like.
It's an easy thing to say, but are we even capable of making such a replica?
If you just need a visual double whipped up, that's certainly within my repertoire, what?
You can do it.
Oh, good. We've got a certified craftsman on board. Have at it then. Give us a lance to turn heads.
Yufa, knowing what we want to do with the lance, are you sure you still want to stick with us?
I did not falter in choosing my fate as a sacrifice, and I will not falter in this. Please, tell me everything.
Fair enough.
Well, settle in. It's a long story.
Yes, sir. Here's the truth.
So the prince is alive?
Very much so.
I know His Highness can guide us to a brighter future. Laugh at my hopes if you wish, yet...
I do not know or love this prince as you do. But I can tell, by your faith, he is not one to cast others aside.
For now, we need to figure out when and where to ambush Luis. Treasonous bastard who cursed him.
Well, if we're going to trick him with a fake, there's only one answer. Saint's Day. The city will be chock full of relics by then. Perfect for a bit of cover.
'Tis the same day Luis plans to attack Forden. No doubt he has the same advantages in mind. The relics will be presented at Altabri's Grand Opera House, yes?
Well then, you could try it while I'm singing. Long as I'm on stage, I can keep everyone's eyes on me.
That'd work.
I suppose it is time I face my destiny as well. In the name of protecting my people, I've no doubt my understanding of life itself will be tested. All I can do is hope for your support in my journey.
I like Yufa.
Time to go!
Yes! Yufa, a priestess honoring her faith's truths, has become your ally.
Not just the lance, but now we've got Yufa herself. Things are looking up. Maybe you just draw people to you, like the prince did.
Maybe.
Strange to think of an understanding of life, though. I get it. It's just not something I thought about until recently. You think a fairy could find any meaning in that?
I'm sure they could. I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you can.
You're right. I want to believe that.
I can sense Gallica's resolve. Rank up. Rank 6.
With you on our side, I
3
know.
slots.
I will go tell my brother of my departure.
Then we shall rest at the inn. 'Tis altogether too cramped in these quarters.
What? Cramped spaces are the foundation of camaraderie, I say.
Bruh.
Well, to each their own.
Upgrade the beds.
Now then.
By the way, when do we depart from the island? Not soon, I take it?
No.
No, I imagine Jonas needs time to craft the fake lance, so let's wait until he tells us it's complete. Fidelia's recovery is a fine excuse for us to stay put.
True.
If we only need to be there by Saint's Day, we have some time yet to attend other matters. We also hone our skills or gather more support before we depart. And if Yufa is really to join us, then let's make sure she's caught up to speed. Make sure she tags along.
Hold on.
What should we talk about? Let's get some rest.
Most helpful.
We cannot idly while away the time, yet more battles await us, so we should ensure that our archetypes are up to the task. I thought myself utterly exhausted, but I'm going to sleep. Is it time to read the book? I see the book.
Apologies for the intrusion.
Something wrong, love? It's late.
My brother had already retired for the day, so I thought I'd wait for tomorrow to tell him. But now that I find myself alone with my thoughts, I'm quite nervous.
It's alright.
Think you'll be able to tell him yourself?
If I cannot even do that, there would be little point in leaving the island. He will understand. After all, he left long before I did.
Fair enough. Want to read?
What is that book?
Let's read.
Oh, it's a fantasy novel. He's never without it.
It's cool.
A fantasy. But what is it a fantasy of?
A utopia. It's about a utopia.
It's a story about a utopia.
A utopia?
'Tis a world where all people are equal and no conflict exists. Much like the world His Highness once dreamt of.
In truth, 'tis difficult to envisage. All I have known is our own island's history and doctrine, and naught beyond it.
Then?
So, well, would it be alright if I read some?
I was waiting for that. Come on, let's read.
Remarkable.
Whoa. What the?
Despite all the people share in common, the world is filled with myriad faiths and beliefs. Accordingly, those in search of spiritual meaning may seek and find many different teachings to guide them. I see. So the people of this world are free to believe as they will. Anyone may follow any god, any dogma.
As it should be.
So basically the opposite of the Sanctus Church.
Exactly.
Our legends say that the ancient world was full of all manner of beliefs too.
It's starting to seem like this book might just be talking about the ancient world of that was in the temple.
The people of Eld worshipped many gods from many pantheons. People confronted the anxiety that haunted them.
Thinking back, some of those figures in the temple murals may have been gods.
Yeah.
Yes. That mural depicting myriad gods is an explanation of how this world came to be.
But ultimately, war claimed everything. Suppose that means it wasn't much of a utopia, right?
Depends on what that war was about.
Perhaps freedom unchecked gave rise to conflict. Either way, to know the past is to ensure history does not repeat. If we are to create a utopia rooted in our world, faith is not enough. We must move onward and take action as allies, because I believe that's how this must be used. This power that guides us to ideals. To walk forward, firmly, fearing nothing.
Yeah.
Time marches on.
Now, you want to give me your class?
The new king draws nearer.
Can I please have your class? I want the summoner. It looks so sick.
Your pardon?
Yufa and the mainlanders. What is it?
We are stealing a party member.
Brother, I must speak with you. Until now, I have understood nothing. But it is not merely the teachings I failed to grasp. I did not understand Mother and Father's wishes, nor indeed their own. As the priestess, I am duty-bound to protect our village. And I would do so not with a weapon, but with understanding. Brother, please permit me to travel alongside these people.
Your own journey. I never thought I'd see the day you'd ask to leave.
We'll look after her.
We can look after her. My own journey's end freed me from our customs. Perhaps, had I sought comrades and friends of my own to walk with, I would have found purpose.
So you're not against it?
So be it. Go and see this world with your own eyes. As a parting gift, Yufa, I entrust this to you.
Ooh.
What is it?
A pretty staff.
Mother's Kakara.
Oh.
With this staff in hand, she would travel the lands beyond our shore, seeking to spread our teachings.
Aww.
I did not know she'd left anything behind. I gladly accept.
Yippee!
I must ask, Yufa, what do you plan to call yourself once off the island?
Why not just Yufa?
What do you mean? I am the priestess of Verga Island. Should I be called anything else?
Indeed. To outsiders, we are only the islanders. We have hardly named the land, much less our humble village. We once saw no need for a name. We had rejected the world outside for so long, we knew but two lands. Those within our borders, and those without. Now that the truth of our traditions has been restored, we may celebrate them. And in that spirit, I would like to name our village.
Aww.
Our home will have a name?
Yes!
By your efforts, there is no longer any doubt. The dragon god Et is our village's guardian deity. Thus, it seems only right to call it the home of the dragon god Et. Etria.
Etria? I like it.
One day, after years untold, I hope Etria will be a bustling town. People from far and wide will meet here. It will be worthy of its name. At least, that is my fantasy.
I think I found a world I want to be a part of. To that end, everyone, I look forward to our journeys together.
Yippee!
So, you're off to Alterberry. You'll have to watch for the tide, but you should arrive with plenty of time. If you have time yet to relax, our island home is humble, but I hope it is to your liking.
Of course. 12. After defeating the human and saving Yufa alongside Verga Island, I gained their support. We're blazing a path to defeating Luis and saving the prince, one step at a time.
Well then.
I didn't get her class yet. Gosh dang it. Oh, but I can, oh dear. Where's my guide? Every time my guide, like, breaks, I have to re-find the spot that I'm at. Okay, first off, this one.
Not finished yet?
Have you brought me a polar stone?
Here you go.
Isn't that wonderful?
You found at least one of my stones. You saved me. No, you saved my grandchild's life. Rumors were true then. You really do have a good heart. Take a little extra with my thanks.
Mission accomplished.
Passionate raps.
All 3 stones are safely back in my grasp. Words cannot express my gratitude, my boy, but hopefully this reward can.
Ooh.
Here, from me, my son, and his wife. We all want you to have this.
Wait, I thought the whole reason you had us gather these was because you couldn't tell your family you dropped them.
Yes, at first I intended to hide my mistakes, but after I sent you off, I gave it some more thought. The stones are guiding tools for us fisher folk, that we might find the right path. Could I really pass them to my grandchild under such deception? Oh, they were shocked, we sure, but in the end, all of them, even my grandchild, simply laughed and forgave me. And when I told them about you, they were all moved that you would go so far for a complete stranger.
Thank you.
It isn't much, but we'll all be supporting your bid for that throne of yours.
Seems like we end up getting a lot out of this, huh, Will? Yippee! Yufa!
It's all right.
Don't worry. The tides will change. We'll arrive in Alterbury all the same. So, there's something I'd like to ask of you. You see, I'm not quite accustomed to life outside the island yet. So to avoid any blunders on our forthcoming travels, I'd like to learn about the world ahead of time. So I was wondering if you could tell me more about other towns. Even just a bit would suffice.
Sure.
I'm quite grateful.
Thank you very much. Let us talk as we stroll the beach.
Wait, did her third eye close as well? I talked to Yufa about the busiest, most bustling street in Grand Trad, San Lumio Street.
Wow.
It's
nothing like it, Rio. Incredible. Oh, wait. Do people in Grand Trad have big families?
I mean, they can. Why do you ask?
What makes you think that?
If it's called San Lumio Street, then all its residents are of the San Lumio, are they not?
Oh, no.
On the island, places are named after the people who live there, so...
No.
Oh, maybe that's not how it works there?
No.
I'm sorry, I must come across so strangely.
It's all good.
Yufa?
Danny. What's up?
Brother, I'm learning about the outside world from him. If I remain naive about it, I will only be a burden.
Does living beyond our borders make you anxious, Yufa?
A little. But I shouldn't be, no? This was my own decision.
It's alright to be a little anxious. It's natural to feel, a little nervous.
It's natural to feel anxious about new things.
I mean, I'd feel nervous about moving to a new spot. Of course, anybody would.
Precisely, yes. The first time I left the island, I was so nervous my knees shook.
I'd honestly argue it'd be more concerning if you weren't nervous.
Really? Is that true, brother?
No one steps out into the unknown without some trepidation in their heart. That said, people only fear what they don't know because they don't fully understand themselves. I believe this is your time, sister. You've heard of the trials of Malnova, have you not?
Malnova?
It is an island where a peculiar monster lives, raised in stagnant magma. The monster reflects the anxiety of those who challenge it, and it provides those who overcome it with proof of their victory. I am one such victor, and I gained a great deal from it. I think you could stand to benefit as well, Yufa. You would count your new friends as reliable warriors, correct? Perhaps you might tempt them with the discarded treasures and armaments of our ancestors there.
Why are you just asking us to rob your ancestors?
It will challenge you, to be sure, but you'll walk away better for it.
But
Whoops.
what if it proves too challenging?
Then leave.
We'll do it
Whoops.
together, Yufa.
I didn't mean to hit that.
The weather on the island is unpredictable at best. We won't know how dangerous it will be.
I would never send my precious sister off without regard for her safety. I have some idea of how to handle the weather. Won't you put your faith in your new friend and me? Your focus must be solely on the trial.
Let's do it.
I understand. If this proof you speak of will give me the power to step boldly into my future, then I will want for nothing else.
That's the spirit. If you do decide to go, pay me a visit before heading out. I would see you all off safely.
This one's important.
Golden Deer Earth should have info.
Yes, that's the place. You know, I wouldn't mind visiting if we've the time.
Of course.
This place.
Land of Ceremony.
Well, rather mysterious, isn't it? But knowing you'll be at my side, I admit, I do find my courage. A trial awaits. Please, lend me your strength.
Of course.
Hey, hasn't that island been abandoned for quite some time? I hope the Magla isn't too strong. But you'd better be prepared for the worst, okay?
Okie dokie. There is technically a beetle I can get, but, well, I think it's just, like, right here. This kid. There. There's a gold beetle. But, aside from that... let's see here. I'm trying to think here. Hang on. My memory... My mind... Oh, hey!
Appreciate it.
Thanks. Never thought you managed to grab both the priestess and the lance. Suppose you all really are something special. Got me thinking, like, for a moment. For a moment, I wonder if I'd met you all earlier. Then maybe... don't mind me. Deer's not totally sound, so he's resting up. I don't want him pushing himself too hard. Please join the team. You look so... he just seems like such a bro friend. I want him.
Oh, it's you!
Your eyes untrained.
What's up?
Hello?
The hunter. Talisman can be used in some experiments.
Now then.
Sell those. There are a ton of talismans. Sorry, I'm looking at something real quick. Jeez, oh Pete. Can't just buy those willy-nilly now, can you? I don't need the seed. So apparently we're going to be going somewhere, and this episode might be short because I'm probably going to get more experience farming in. But here's the thing: this could be interesting. So what the guide says to do is you can talk to a Denny here. I think you'll find it to your benefit. What about?
Thanks.
I thank you for your concern, but you don't need to worry about me so much. Instead, let me help you with this staff of mine. It's a divine relic which has been passed down through the generations of chiefs, though to describe its power as a challenge. You've met fortune tellers who can predict the weather in other cities, haven't you? They're descended from a priestly lineage, and I share the same power. In addition, if I use the staff to pray, I'm not your son, but I believe I could clear up stormy weather. Once a day, that is.
What?
Clear up stormy weather? Will that extend to making places that are way too hot cooler?
That's right. Although, again, I've not tested this power extensively. That's why I'd like to use it to aid you, if it can. Let's push our limits together. Does it take a toll? It is indeed a resounding force, and it is rather taxing. As such, I would hope you would compensate me accordingly. I'm not certain how it will work, how well it'll work, but I won't require payment for this time. But next time, I'd like an almighty golden stew or 20 marble bluefin tunas. You can ask Adeni to change a dungeon's inclement weather to sunny for 3 days. You can only change the weather for one location at a time. If the weather looks bad at a dungeon you want to visit, ask Adeni for help before setting out. Note that while you will gain more experience in battles fought during inclement weather, there are downsides as well, such as turn icons no longer decreasing by half, even when attacking an enemy's weakness.
Gonna miss our cooking, huh? Well, we could probably get a lot more out of our travels with power like his on our side.
What will you do?
Maybe later.
Sorry.
So again, the guide mentions that the area that we're going to will have its weather at hot, so it's going to be more dangerous. But that does mean there's more experience to be gained. And that is honestly, I think, gonna be worth it, I think. It'll be dangerous, don't get me wrong. But I think I could get a lot out of it. But yeah, you can use a Denny now to just change the weather, it seems.
Thanks.
Hi, mister. It says there's a meat market. Is this just the meat market? Also, I forgot I have this.
All right then.
Oh, I see.
Let's head there right away.
That's why it's so far out. The meat market is over here. I saw it on the map. Hi there. Monster bones. Limp goldfish. And a white peach turnips. That'll probably be enough for a bit. Hopefully. Alright. Again, I don't think I'm actually going to, I don't think I'm going to actually, what's the words? Gosh dang it. Why are words failing me at the moment? Words fail, 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 fail. I'm not going to... Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. What I do want to do, though, is check something. So, the Summoner, by using items called Vessels, it can summon monsters to perform a variety of roles from damage to healing. It only knows 2 moves right now, but it sounds like it can get a lot more. Undead King, Lizard Man, Gaptaros King. Very interesting. Okay. I can't see what everyone else looks like with it. Can't cook. But we can steal.
Oh.
Edomi and red grass. Again, it might make the fight up ahead harder, but if it really ends up becoming impossibly hard, then I'll just, you know, I'll just figure out a way of... Okay, I'll just cheat. Anyways, let's go to the Land of Ceremony, shall we? Land of Ceremony.
It's a sign of youth for trial.
I apologize for taking up your time like this, but I simply must take this trial. I must get stronger. You've nothing to be sorry for, love. We're friends, helping each other is what we do. Whatever it takes, we'll knock this trial out together.
I should very much
Very well.
go there.
Then, I'm counting on your help, everyone. While you think about it, didn't the informant on Virgo Isles have some info?
Yeah, it's your call.
Oh, yeah, we should probably get the info. Sorry, everybody. Break camp for a bit, like 20, 30 minutes.
Let's go.
Hey, hey, hey.
Fancy it.
Bird monster on Orbwise path.
One in on this.
The Orbwise path is where we inter more not dead. If you die on this island, you can expect your bones to rest there for an eternity. The monsters have been on a rampage lately, and we haven't been able to mourn anyone.
Just between us.
The area has become a stomping ground of the Cocasadors. Perhaps you heard of them before? The big bird-like monsters. They prefer their prey to be soft and fleshy, so be sure to fortify your defense before facing them. Moreover, I heard they have a skill that repels non-magic attacks. We know fire is effective against them, but no one's been able to defeat them yet. Mind the cold too. Many monsters you attack that can freeze you in your tracks. Don't let them give you frostbite. Because of those things, no one can get close to the place, which makes me quite sad. It may be an antiquated custom, but it's nonetheless important to us islanders.
There's only one other. Last ceremony is a special place for us. Before they venture out to outside the island, our youth go there to face a trial. It's not mandatory, of course. According to what I've heard, the trial itself tasks the subject with defeating the monster within. It's said to be a bizarre creature that doesn't resemble any living thing. I wonder if it's truly a monster. Rumor has it that it likes to summon its little friends, its companions strengthen it, and then it hits you with a barrage of wind magic. Apparently it's weak to fire, best used as the old advantage and end things quickly. Also, there's a bird-like monster called the Leogryph there. The closer you are to it, the worse its attacks get. If I were you, I'd attack from a distance and avoid using wind magic since it won't be effective. Thank you. Alright, now... should I get gear first? I probably should look at gear first, I guess.
Let's go.
Besides, there is discounts going on, so...
Hey.
At the very least, I should probably look for... You know what? Actually, hang on. What we should do...
Alright then.
Let's go.
Alright, now I think we'll be okay to do. Sorry, I'm looking at something. Anyways, let's save the game. And let us chart a course, I think. Yeah, let's chart a course.
So,
We only got space for one more person. Please let it be Basilio. I'm choosing to believe it's Basilio. We'll have it be tougher than it normally is. But that's fine by me. I want the extra experience. I don't care anymore. If I get overpowered, so be it. That's fun enough for me. I love being broken. It's such an entertaining thing. Can you hear me? There's some sort of altar that's appeared in the lounge. You've said something about it possessing divine power, so give it a look. Use arrange an altar in the lounge. Use to dedicate a heartfelt prayer to another person, which may increase their maximum MP. Strange, but cool. Cooking table. Before we cook, I want to see some. What color are Yufa's archetypes? Ooh, they're like green. Ooh. This is the biggest difference we've gotten, yeah, I think. Green. It actually looks nice on some of these. It actually looks really nice on some of these. Except it doesn't at all affect the tree, the brawler. It makes me think of Dementio. Sorry. Alright, just wanted to see that.
This power.
Who are you? Anyways, let's cook. Let's cook the almighty golden stew.
All good.
This is a Virga Island recipe. I'm sure Yufa will teach you. I'll go get her. Back home, we would mostly frequently cook things by placing them in the stews, alongside plentiful herbs and spices. Etria is blessed with a warm climate. Perhaps that's why people prefer foods that cause them to perspire. Our spices range from sharp to refreshing, and we select them according to the needs of our body at the time.
Very interesting. Preparing food.
May I?
You need only a pinch of that herb for the best results. Add too much and it becomes a most deadly poison, so I urge you to be cautious.
That's scary.
When I prepare a meal, I cast a spell, an incantation infused with my love and affection.
I want to say...
The third eye does close.
Well, let us cast it together. Nura matai ma renasio.
Yeah. Magic. The stew. It smells so fragrant. Its flavors have so many layers.
What this
This all my going to do is a secret recipe of the Masari tribe. It's good for your health, so please try help yourself.
Yippee! Speed cooking. Next up, we are going to hang out with Yufa.
I've been giving some thought to the trial my brother mentioned. If I feel as though undertaking it will be the confidence boost I need, I'm ready. But what shall we do in the meantime? Will you join me in a bit of meditation?
If I face myself through meditation and broaden my view of the world, my imagination may improve. I'd like to try.
Wonderful. Then let us sit before the altar and bid our spirits calm.
I haven't been able to completely focus, but at least I've lifted my spirits.
What do you think?
How's your first meditation sensation?
I still can't focus entirely.
However,
that's only because it's your first time. Let's keep practicing. I too have visions whenever I manage to calm my mind through this practice. Such as at one time, when I saw my ideal self in the future. However, I also know that the country has dark times ahead. Even if we do manage to defeat Luis and bring peace.
I too will.
I'm not so naive to think everyone in the land will suddenly come together as one.
How do we handle it? I don't know how we're really going to solve that.
True. Serenity will win the day, and I aspire to be someone who can be counted on to help resolve disputes when they arise. I aspire to practice kindness, one who counts those on the wrong path, or those who have strayed altogether. I believe that since I too once lost my way, I'll know how to help others in the same circumstances.
I'll have your back.
I see.
That's a great goal to have, and I'll be behind you the whole way.
I don't know precisely what I would do for them, but I hope to create opportunity for them, if only a small one. I'm sorry, we're supposed to be meditating, and yet I've done nothing but talk. Being with you makes me want to contemplate so many things. But I feel like things have become a little clearer for me now. That we are such a lively and animated group is, I'm sure, thanks to you.
You're part of that now, too. I think you're just as much to thank for that, Yufa.
Thank you for saying so. But I think that with you at the center, it's been so much easier for everyone to bond in such a wonderful way. Being with you has made my path forward feel a little clearer. I'm so glad we found time to talk today.
The reason is...
Since we're here, why not meditate for a few minutes more? Yippee!
All right.
6 points. Continue to meditate.
Yes, it is. I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
As the sunset stretches, the
Ooh.
sailors whisper of an... Yet somehow, the sailors have never found an
Whoa.
I've never seen so much red in the sky. It's like it's on fire.
The setting sun is akin to a streak of crimson ink, bleeding its color into the sky and sea alike.
Well, I'll be damn strong. I didn't know he was such a poet. Isn't that surprising, Will?
He was raised well. His parents gave him a good upbringing. I suppose that's true, yeah.
Be that as it may.
Our problems feel so trivial when faced with the true sublimity of the natural world. It almost makes you want to scream, doesn't it?
Huh? Now have you lost me?
It does make me want to scream. I want to scream right now.
Juno, don't you feel the urge to sing when you see something such as this? Well, I suppose. There are moments when I feel like I just want to express my feelings with a song.
Oh my.
Wait, was this your way of requesting a performance?
Especially...
Then I must oblige, but the sea air isn't great on my vocal cords, so I'll keep it short.
Newfound wisdom.
Now then.
Rank 4. Erudite.
Wisdom. What?
Hello?
Here, I've captured a moment to paper. Quite the evocative piece, if I say so myself. It's almost as though you can still hear the young miss sing, isn't it?
Prismatic sea drawing.
The gauntlet runner arrives at an encampment, and sensing no image, yet the day draws...
Lone Isle Camp. probably have a bunch of stuff here to look at. We'll take a look at some of it. Dracodios, the divine relic Luis ordered the party to acquire. The Mistari villagers of Virga Island regard it as a sacred object containing the spirit of the dragon god, a deity of the islanders' faith. The islanders are unlikely to hand over such an heirloom to an outsider, and yet... The divine lance enshrined in the Dragon Temple, capable of drawing on the Dragon Et's power by Yufa's will. It was also discovered that the lance had the singularly unique property of being able to nullify certain types of magic, including the protections of royal magic. In other words, this spear could take the life of any candidate, no matter their standing. Ancient relics with a power similar to igniters. They are passed down within indigenous communities with distinct religious beliefs apart from syncretism. According to the Crown Theocracy, they are called divine relics because they are treasured as religious objects representing the ancient divinity. But Juna says the truth is hardly so simple. An armed conflict several years ago when the Royal Mage Academy, located in northern Montario, was forcefully closed by the combined forces of the State Army and the Crown Theocracy's Monk Army. Records indicate that the casualties involved were equivalent to a small-scale war. The official reason given for mobilizing against the Academy was that their research endeavors had crossed into outright sedition, including seeking to tame a dragon without the kingdom's authorization. In truth, the incident was orchestrated by Forden, who sought to keep the dogma, historical accounts, and igniters of the Crown Theocracy from being undermined by advanced magical research. The infamously dire number of casualties was not actually a product of armed combat, but caused by the thoughtless destruction of the artifacts under research, which drove the dragon there to an indiscriminate rampage. Ultimately, the incident proved wholly self-destructive for both sides. An untouched city ruin deep underground in the Dragon Temple. Despite being underground, it somehow sits below a sky, and by all indications, it was built by a civilization completely unlike the nations of today. It stands as material proof that the history taught by syncretism is a lie. A temple of the Mistari faith that stands on an uninhabited island in the north of the archipelago, home to the guardian deity, the dragon god, and likely resting place of the divine relic Dracodios. As rumors suggest, the true reason the Crown Theocracy has never tried to extend its reach to Virga Island is because it does not want to risk its believers seeing something in the temple. What truths lie hidden within? The new name of the previously unnamed village on Virga Island, granted by Edeni, the name means capital of the dragon god Et, and represents Edeni's hope that the village will eventually blossom into a city where people from all walks of life gather. An island of the inland and sea south of the inland sea south of the kingdom. In the center of the archipelago sits an old village, home to many Mistari. It is the sole area of the kingdom untouched by Sanctus proselytizing. The Mistarian major cities on the mainland are often disdained as pagans, adding to the public impression that the island is uncivilized. One of the kingdom of Uchronia's three constituent countries, occupying its easternmost lands, the Montarian capital, Altaberry Heights, is a mountain city commonly blanketed in snow, occupying much land held sacred to Sanctism. Infamous for its cold climate, Altaberry's many prominent Roussant and Clemar noble houses boast a hardy resistance to the chill. They enjoy more direct political influence over Montario than other countries' aristocracies tend to wield, currently ruled by a rogue lord. Whoop. There we go. The young chief of the Mistari tribe, village on Virga Island, a race progressive amongst the Mistari. He left the island to participate in the tournament for the throne in order to shed light on the island's customs and treatment of the tribe. However, disappointed by the Theocracy's crushing dominance as spearheaded by Forden, as well as his own powerlessness in the face of it, he decides to withdraw. Edeni, head of a family of village leaders, going only by his given name, as he has no surname, he was deeply conflicted when his sister, the priestess Yufa, decided to become a sacrifice for the dragon god, a ritual long held on the island. After the disaster at the Dragon Temple passed, he accepted their faith's new teachings and rejoiced in his sister's newfound purpose in life. Using the power of the divine relic scepter passed down through the generations of village chiefs, he is able to clear particular kinds of rough weather for a short period of time. Since the death of his parents, including the previous village chief, he has taken over guardianship of his younger sister Yufa, who he cares and worries for. His favorite food is the stew that she makes. Yufa. Euphrasia Etoreka, a young Mistari woman revered as the sacred priestess in the Mistari village on Virga Island, a central figure in the dragon god religion many Mistari believe in. She is entrusted with the divine relic, the lance Dracodios, which is said to represent the dragon god itself. Though Mistari are naturally adept at magic, her senses are especially keen in that her third eye allows her to clearly perceive the flow of magla. Additionally, the name Etareka is not her surname, but a title that only priestesses can have. The specific origins of the word are not clear, but is said to come from an archaic word that means sacrifice. After meeting Will and the party, she figured that the legend of the priestesses and their relationship to the dragon god had been passed down inaccurately over the past few hundred years, and that the true meaning involved dedicating her life to oppose threats. Due to her upgrading, she is not well versed in worldly matters that are common knowledge in the mainland, such as Sanctism or the royal family, but because of this, she is sometimes able to make statements that speak to the truth behind an issue. On Heisme. Because of the Parapet's involvement in the loss of his son, Heisme sometimes unknowingly turns his prejudices against the Magnusburgs, who are unrelated to the incident. He himself is troubled by these thoughts he feels and he has no control over. A third eye on the forehead of the Mastari tribe. While their two opposing eyes see plainly like other tribes, the third eye can perceive Magla shapes and colors, rather than the usual vague sensory suggestions. However, sensitivity varies from person to person. While some can perceive it only faintly, there are some, such as Yufa, who can see the flow of Magla very clearly. Notably, the pupil of the third eye does not move as the other two do, as it does not see in the same way. Third eye's lid remains in a perpetual half-open state, unless forced open with conscious effort. And yet Yufa's is always open. Potion of Blight. A powerful concoction capable of wilting any plant, the knowledge of which was passed down through the generations of Virga Island's priests. The ingredient necessary for its brewing apparently can't be found on the island. A chamber in the innermost depths of the Dragon Temple where the priestess communes directly with the Dragon God. Dragadios was first discovered there and remains so enshrined when not being used for the ceremony. Several relics apparently left by the Lost City's denizens, as well as the discovered illustrations, suggest that ancients knew of 11 other divine beings besides the Dragon God. It is from this legend that the altar takes its name. The deity taking the form of a dragon, object of the Mastari faith in Virga Island, as anticipated, resembled the great and terrible creatures known as dragons. However, it succumbed to melancholia after being possessed by a large human, and was spiritually cut off from its priestess. After a pitched battle, the human was vanquished and the dragon god returned to normal, revealing a hidden truth regarding the priestess and her traditional role. The true purpose of the priestess was not to offer her life in sacrifice, but in battle alongside the dragon, fighting to drive back disaster. Over the years, this truth was distorted and ultimately lost. Montario's Saints' Day, the largest Sanctus festival in the faith that takes place every autumn in Altaberry. Highly devout followers will go to great risk to make the pilgrimage at least once in their lives. According to religious scripture, God used his precious hands to bless the lands of the earth 4 times. The last of these blessings occur in autumn, and the festival is held in celebration. The scriptures also teach that the monolith is evidence of God's favor upon the world, and that the plentiful grain harvest of autumn shew the bounty and glory of his blessing. A special ceremony announced by the Crown Theocracy to be the central event of this year's Saints' Day festival in Montario. By collecting and stealing away dangerous relics scattered throughout the kingdom in the name of Sanctism, the ceremony will relieve the anxieties of the people, such as its designated purpose, but it is effectively a continuation of the exhibition of the Brave held in Browhaven, expected to act as the final leg of the tournament for the throne. While it can be seen as an open invitation to loot and pillage treasures of pagan faith, while keeping the Sanctus officials' hands clean, some also note that it allows the Crown Theocracy to seize a veritable armory of dangerous weapons with unknown powers, a worrying sign for the days to come. We're almost there. Hang on. A giant wall of water above the sea near Brylehaven's coast. The spectacle is caused by a normal magma unique to the area that makes it appear as though the very sea has been split in two. Beyond the wall of water is the sea as most people know it, in which fish swim normally. However, hapless fish will sometimes leap out of the water and fall all like rain to the land below. A cave on an island northeast of Virga Island. While uninhabited, there is a custom of islanders carrying their dead to this cave and offering their bodies to the local snakes, respected as guardian deities, as part of a funerary tradition. It is believed that having the snakes eat the flesh of the dead and burying the remaining bones allows the soul to be reincarnated. However, in recent years, invasive predatory monsters have thinned the snake's numbers and the custom has begun to die out. A phenomenon visible in the sea by Virga Island. Because of the clean air, the sun seems to gleam brighter as it sinks to the horizon. Through the carmine sky and the lilac clouds hanging overhead are a familiar sight to the local Mastari. Travelers seeing it as for the first time say it inspires both breathless awe and a certain fear of the pagan gods said to rule this domain. Whew! Sorry about that.
All right.
Now, let's get to the kitchen.
Let's go.
Kitchen. Can we cook? The guide wants to select this.
Let's check.
That's a dish Troll wanted to make. Wait here, I'll go get him.
Hey.
Tell me, Bo, do you like fish dishes? Some people are repulsed by the smell of fish, but I say if you cook it well, that shouldn't be an issue.
Well...
Then again, you seem like the type who enjoys just about anything. I'm not Hulkenberg.
Is this right?
You have to ensure the heat is distributed evenly to its center, but if you take too much time with it, one side will be burnt to a crisp. Nicely done. It's almost there. Just look at that sear. Really adds to the appeal.
Speaking
I
of...
picked up some herbs from the market the other day. We used to harvest them a lot back in my hometown because they smell great. Don't worry, I guarantee you'll like the taste. Amazing! We made a refreshing, mouth-watering dish. It's a holistic whitefish bladder. Look how it glistens. Not half bad, I'd say. Yippee! Thanks to speed cooking, I cooked without time passing.
Alright then.
I don't feel anything. Where's Heismer?
Let's go.
Heismer!
Alright then. Let's head there right away.
Heismer! Heismer! Huh, I've been struggling to think of how to deal with this situation in the village, but now that you're here, it all seems so much simpler. I'll persuade the people of my village. Once we're through with this trip, might we head there? Once we're back in town, I'll speak with them again. Now that's decided, we can focus on the journey, but I'm going to spend this time standing watch and keeping us safe. Care to join me? We might encounter enemies, but I bet waiting patiently for them would raise my tolerance.
Me run the monsters. Are you prepared?
Give me a sec.
Now, all right.
Glad to hear it. It's been a while since I've done this. When I was in the Shadow Guard, my sharp hearing meant I was usually put on watch duty. At the time, most of my missions were confidential, the kind of thing that never becomes public knowledge. Even now, I can't go into any details, but I was desperate to protect something important to me. That's all it was about. It must have been difficult. Well, that was a long time ago. Now it's just another memory of my youth. Maybe I'm still a desperate man, but my heart feels lighter now than it was then. Perhaps the difference is in having comrades I can trust. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you can trust us.
Yes.
Yes, it's all thanks to you. Perhaps if you do succeed one day, if you do manage to build an ideal country of kindness to us all, then I will protect that land with all that I have. I believe we two strive toward the same world, so I would gladly fight for it, not in secret like I did in the Shadow Guard, but as a true official knight. If it really is possible, nothing would make me happier. You would make a fine knight commander. Now there's an idea. Are you chief as knight commander? It turned the kingdom on its head. Is it thanks to you that I can speak so freely of such lofty ambitions? Had we never met, I never even considered any of this. I believe you have a talent for showing others the light, and I say that as one who fell deep into darkness. That's a rare quality.
You're quite the charmer yourself, you know.
Hard to imagine, but truly, people of your character are few and far between. I shall rely on you all the more, Captain. I've rather dragged this conversation on, haven't I? There's a good thing all remain quiet out here. Wait, there's quiet no more. An enemy comes! Prepare yourself! This one's out of the ordinary! But defend our position to the end. Let us take the first steps toward a new dream! Peril.
Fire!
This is just what I need.
Candela.
Whew.
Perhaps I'm getting used to this.
You revealed somehow. I decided to take a breather with Heisme.
Good grief.
They're off us, and that's just how we want it. All thanks to the Watchman now. The runner is safe, and we learned a valuable lesson in the process. Good experience, all told.
Well then.
You're welcome to come visit again if you like. Tolerance.
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okie dokie. Pantry. Nearest, I don't exactly know where you're getting ingredients while we're out in sea, but I'll take it. Literally. Mine. Yoink, 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 yoink. Sweeter than poison.
Okay, so... Got a second?
Cooking is a treat for all 5 senses. Of course, you got to make sure it tastes pleasing, but there's also the texture and smell, and naturally, it also must look great. That's why we should use colorful ingredients in our cooking.
You are a danger.
Oh, that red one's so cute. I don't know what it tastes like, but why not? Let's throw it in. This spiky one here is just calling my name. It's got a mysterious sort of smell, but let's add it in here too.
Please stop. Help me.
Now that we've done the hard part, it comes down to how the fine ingredients are prepared.
Do something, lady!
I'll be rooting for you, so good luck with it. Cooking is an expression of love, after all. I'll play it up at the end with all my heart. It'll be a work of art, so you'll want to see it.
Do something.
It's a treat for the eyes.
I call it sweeter than poison. Fine art you can eat. It belongs in the museum if I do say so myself.
This lady's going to poison me. Sweeter than poison? It is poison. Oh, hey, it's your helmet.
Well, now,
Been giving some thought to the trial my brother mentioned. I feel as though undertaking it will be the confidence boost I need. I'm ready.
but then, actually,
Let's meditate.
I'm very...
I think I hear wolves howling in the distance. There's no way they could be so near the gauntlet runner, could they?
Clear your thoughts well.
may I?
During meditation, you must do not but feel yourself where you are in this time and place and accept it. No matter what you say, you hear, just listen. Let things be as they are. Abandon yourself to the great flow of everything.
I should try to do what Yufa's telling me, but let things be as they are, but how? Breathe deeply. I'm gonna try breathing deeply. I feel like I'm gazing down at myself and all that surrounds me from high above the ground. I feel my imagination's increased.
All right.
6 points.
Farewell.
Seems you've relaxed a little. So let's keep this up a little bit longer, shall we?
Meditating.
The land is coming, not even.
And of course, it's heat. Hot, hot.
Behold the land of ceremony. This is my first time stepping within it.
Now then,
We should make our way towards the inner area, correct? Idemi said we should be prepared for a fight.
He also said we could add what treasure we find. Perhaps we probably won't be back, so we should take him up on it. Yeah, this is nothing more than a fair trade, so don't give me that, oh, I must apologize for being such a great burden line, Yufa.
Huh?
I thought you read my very thoughts. You wear them on your face, love. Bit of an open book. I can see why your brother worries.
Hail!
Not to dampen the spirited chat, but we have no idea what lies ahead. Best to stay sharp from here on.
Leave it to us.
Will, lead the way.
Sense something. Another relic. Something there.
So, hey,
Make sure you don't miss any chests. Let's save the game. And I want to go see Moore real quick.
Now, where was...
Hey, Moore. Because now that we've also have the summoner,
With a new ally comes yet another new power, I see. As you already know, what you've discovered is called the Summoner, an intriguing archetype that calls forth mythical beings from worlds we can hardly imagine. However, in order to summon anything, it requires a vessel, a
catalyst unique to each being you wish to call. Henceforth, I should craft these vessels for you. I've added a new item into special sections for such a purpose.
Ah, right.
Should you desire to hear more, I have a lecture prepared for you. This is glowing again. It's written in the right language. The end of the document says, me!
Yes.
I was hoping to speak further with you about that. I've recalled something about after watching you and your allies in action. That mysterious language used in the formula is from the old world.
So it goes back to the time of that city we found buried beneath the Dragon Temple? Why would the king go out of his way to write in such an archaic language?
The king was an avid reader of magic and its origins. He even funded the Mage Academy from the royal treasury. It's not beyond possibility he would know of such a language.
Then the person whose name is written, they're probably long dead? I'm dead.
That I couldn't say for certain. But I did figure something out. In front of the name is an alias, or perhaps more of a title. The True Seeker, Caden. Another connection to the archetype.
Fascinating.
Intriguing, isn't it? Why is the Seeker archetype so important to the world of magic? Does it have powers we have yet to ascertain? How I yearn to decipher the scroll in its entirety. If you come upon any further truths, please examine the scroll again. The True Seeker, so I'm the True Seeker. Summon experiments, create vessels. You only need to create a vessel once to make its respective summon available. There's no need to equip it. Okay, so it's not like that. Okay, cool. Like it a lot. Summon experiments. Stonewing. Gargoyle uses fire magic and inflicts burn. Goblin King attacked with powerful critical strikes. Cockatrice wields dark magic and it inflicts poison. Boxbone Knight uses multi-target slash attacks. Lava Beast uses multi-target almighty magic. Gaptaros King uses multi-target strike attacks. Grave Undead King uses dark magic that can insta-kill. Well, I can instantly get the fire magic and inflicting burn, so I might as well grab that. Because that sounds handy. Stowing Vessel. Ooh. And then let's go up and read up on how the summoner is. The summoner. In times of yore, there lived heroes who summoned otherworldly beings to fight on their behalf. Their souls together formed the power of the summoner. Among them, the master of invocations, devotee of the most eldritch of summoning arts, I dubbed the Devil Summoner. The summoner archetype uses vessels to summon unearthly beings to the battlefield as its servants with a unique form of magic. However, in order to prove their mastery, they must take time and effort to gather servants before true power can be unleashed. Let no summoner forget this truth. If we can get the vessels, the archetype can use magic, can summon magic to call otherworldly creatures. It's strong, but it burns through MP and it needs those vessels to be useful. I see. So very powerful attacks, but very costly powerful attacks. I still wonder, what is this? It looks like a crown, so maybe some sort of king archetype? It's definitely going to be the last archetype. But aside from that, there is only one other archetype that we have yet to learn. The one that I still think is going to be Basilio, which is the Berserker. Again, I'm going to be more surprised if it's not Basilio at this point.
Oh.
Do you wish to leave? Then leave. Go. Get out of here. It will be annoying to you.
Okay then.
Let's explore. Except we're not. Not today. Well, I might. I'll probably explore the area and, like, walk through it. I won't obviously do anything big and important, but I'll probably go through it, grab the treasures, which probably will include Nearest's treasure, but I doubt that it's going to be important dialogue for that, so... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end here for today. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all later. Peace.
What now?